We get to relate on the first. Yeah. We did it.
We did it.
The power
We did it.
of 2. The power of 3.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, Webisode 823, the Corviknight Podcast. The Go Nintendo Podcast is a part of the HyperX Podcast Network. Listen to this show and other great shows on podcast.hyperx.com. Mom Brain,
Yes.
would you like to tell us about Corviknight, please?
I would happily pass it along to Nintendo.
Nintendo, would you like to tell us about Corviknight, please?
Yellow. I don't have my glasses, but all right. This Pokemon reigns supreme in the skies of the Galar region. Galar region. The black luster of its steel body could drive terror into the heart of any foe. You want me to give you all this detail? 7'3" this guy is. 165.
Can you please take this seriously?
3 pounds. 0.3. Gender, it's a they, male and female. Category, Raven. Abilities, pressure. By putting pressure on the opposing Pokemon,
Prefer the real Raven.
it raises their PP usage. PP. Unnerves opposing Pokemon and makes them unable to eat berries. By doing what?
No, I'll take my phone.
I'm not
thank
used
you.
to this.
Nintendo, does it come with sour cream and bacon?
Last week there was a berry.
Well, this is the evolution of Corva, whatever it was last week. So yes, they both have this unnerve berry ability.
But what does that
It's a very
mean?
specific ability.
Unnerve. Like
so a Pokemon can eat
spooks.
berries, and if you use Unnerve on a Pokemon, the berry effect does not work as it should. Because I believe
Right.
berries.
What the hell are you talking about, nerd?
I believe.
Yes, we're all close to 40.
Somebody in the chat would know better because I'm not as well versed in Pokemon, but I believe berries will apply like health every so many turns.
Mr. Nintendo, we need your knowledge.
So first off, people at the table, thank you and apologies for the technical nightmare that's been going on. The last few weeks, I don't know. I just don't know. It's fallen apart. But for everybody here in person, thank you. Also, anybody who's still in the podcast chat, which I'm amazed if anybody is here.
It's full.
Because we're over an hour and a half later than we should have been, and it's a nightmare. But everything seems to be working right now. I'm disappointed in myself as well. But I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Everything says it works. I tested it works, and then it doesn't work. So it is what it is. But we're gonna have a great show, right, everybody?
We've all been patient, with the exception of Josh. He's been a real
Josh, could you cut me
jerk.
some slack, man?
I'm here to grace you with my presence.
Thank you, Josh. Josh is here.
Shut up. I don't care.
Mom Brain is here.
I sure am.
Kirby's here.
Hey, everyone.
Deux is here. Lube is here.
Hey.
And Human Lube is here. And Nintendo is here. Hey, pick up this microphone. What's going on?
Hello. I am out of practice. Also, I'm no Nikki Hill, but I'll be as awkward as possible, just so you feel like he's
No
here.
one can match
Fair.
his
Yeah,
awkwardness.
you're gonna have to double down.
Nikki Hill is again away on assignment for work, so
On
he's
business.
missing us. But I'm sure he sends his love. He did not tell me to send his love, but I'm sure he sends his love. Also, George is here. How you doing, George? Feeling lime. Thank you, George. Hello, Freddie Fro and Hylian Tom and Anastasia Beaverhausen. It's Hollow Master Link and Guy Bones and Burn and Cheese and Dre Gamer. I'm trying to read not your names in here. You guys here. I keep seeing Human Lube. Hello, Tony De La Mancha and Ice Dilbert and Rosemary the Farmer and Sarah and Fluffer Nutter. And if you guys are still hanging out, thank you very much. Like I said, it's been a nightmare. Oh, topical Rosemary, very topical.
Hello there.
So yeah, technical nightmare, but that's for me to worry about. Let's talk about the other things I wanted to talk about. So last week I said the podcast is going up in listeners every week compared to where it was when we originally used to do it every week, which is nuts. And I said, if anybody is a new listener, get in touch and let me know, because I want to find out how you found out about the show. It's all because of Josh, yes. And I had people reach out, and I asked one person if I could read their email, and they said, yes, this is from Stefan. I believe it's, see, he's
Stefan
French.
Urkel?
I think he's French, and I knew that was going to come up, but it's spelled Stepphane. So is that Stefani or Stephane or Stefan or Stefan?
I'm guessing it's not Stefani.
We should just change it to Stefreedom.
Oh, that's right. We should do that.
If
You're
he's
right.
French, then
We're
he has
still
to be
doing that, right?
Stefreedom.
Well, anyway, whoever they are, Stephane says, "Hi there, RMC. Longtime reader of the site, but new to the podcast. I started listening with episodes 816, I believe. The one where you asked about being farted in the face every day for $1,000, which I hold on, and they say, which I obviously would accept, by the way." Good to know. I never listened before because I literally didn't have time to spare to do so. But now I go to work riding a bike, so it's great to have such quality content, quality in quotes, not their quotes, my quotes, to listen to while riding. So no HyperX for me or whatever that is. So they didn't find us through the HyperX network, he's saying. He says, I'm French, by the way. Just thought I'd give it a shot. Been hooked ever since. I have a 30-minute ride twice a day, so the episodes last 2 or 3 days, depending on what you guys do. GoNintendo is a great site, and I've been reading it daily for many years, even back to a few of the games you talked about. I also checked every day last year during the hiatus in case you gave news, and I'm glad I kept doing it so I could read it right when you came back. Keep up the good work.
Merci beaucoup.
Keep up the good work. I love the humor of the site and of the team. Quite like the fart jokes, and of course, eagerly await the music segment. I made my first submission last week and gladly do it again since more is asked for. Well, thank you very much, Stefan. We'll go with Stefan. Please feel free to email me and tell me we're all saying your name wrong. But thank you for that email. I appreciate it. And yes, welcome to this Nintendo podcast where we talk about would you take a fart to the face for $1,000?
Le poo-poo.
All right, moving on. In more podcast news, Mom Brain, can I get that drum roll, please?
Happily.
Mhm.
Hey.
GoNintendo Podcast has entered the. What was
It
that
was,
for?
it was me failing at the drum roll.
Wow.
Oh,
GoNintendo
okay. Well, here we go.
Podcast.
Back in
Oh,
my
you're
day,
doing it
we
for
did
real?
our own drum rolls on the table.
Wow, we got a lot of stuff going on.
Never mind. I don't even want to do it anymore. We've entered the top 100 gaming podcasts, gaming related podcasts that is on Good Pods, the #1 third-party podcast app. So we did not submit to them. We will never submit. But we debuted after our first month on there because they added us. I guess we debuted at number 62 in all of gaming. So thank you for the support. If you want
Out
to,
of 62 gaming podcasts.
yes, actually, there's only 61 somehow. So if you want to go over there on their app, you can give us a thumbs up, and we'll rise through the ranks. And I appreciate it. That's through no word of mouth, just people using that app and liking our show. So thank you. Also, a thank you for the Twitter support. Well, I was talking to Drew Michaels about this earlier this week. Yeah. We had this isn't a top story, which is funny because it got the most traction of anything this week. We did a story about how the writers for Sonic 3, Sonic the movie 3, not the game 3. Bless you.
It's too bad Nikki Hill.
Oh yeah, that would have been right in Nikki Hill's face. We did a story about how the writers are looking to Shadow the Hedgehog's going to be in the third movie, and they're looking for someone to play the role of Shadow, and they are not turning down Hollywood actors. Obviously, they're looking for a Hollywood actor. They just don't want to say who because in case it falls through, they're not gonna get it because Sonic has Ben Schwartz, Hollywood actor. Knuckles has Idris Elba, pretty big Hollywood actor. Jim Carrey is Robotnik.
But isn't he exiting though? Because he retired.
He is, and they asked, they were asked, are you going to replace Jim Carrey? And they said, we really don't want to. We want him back for this role.
Now we know
He'll come
Robotnik
back.
lives through the second movie.
They'll just
But they said
they'll bring a
If
wheelbarrow.
he
full
wants
of
to
money
come
his
back,
house.
obviously, we'd love to have him back. So yeah, it's about speculation of who would be a great Hollywood actor
Can we
to
take?
play the voice
Can
of
we
Shadow.
all do a?
Hold on a second.
Oh, okay.
So this went nuts on Twitter. In less than 24 hours, this one tweet got over 2 million impressions with people discussing it and joking about who it should be. But yes, since it's not a top story, go right ahead. Who should be the voice of Shadow the Hedgehog?
Meow.
Lube, you're so excited.
The delightful John Heder, of course.
Nice.
All right, typical Lube fashion.
But
Yeah, it's not
also,
like
who
he's
would
too busy
be
nowadays.
replacing Jim Carrey is a good question as well.
Well, let's
Assuming he
worry
needs to be
about one
replaced.
thing
One thing
first.
at a
Shadow's coming in. We need someone to voice Shadow. Gilbert
Mm.
Gottfried just passed away. Otherwise, I would have said
Yeah.
him. Any role, I'll take him in any role. I would take him as Sonic, Knuckles, and Shadow, but we can't do that. So
The incomparable Michael Keaton. Perfect. He's perfect for it.
I don't hate
not
it.
bad.
I really don't
Not
hate it.
bad.
I had
He-
to think about it for a second.
Can pretty much do anything.
He can. He
Now,
can.
Shadow's the one with the Glock 9.
He used to have them. Yes, that was his
Oh, he
debut.
doesn't- he doesn't have
So
guns
that's
anymore.
not his personality.
Not anymore. He's still an asshole, but he's not a gun-toting asshole. He's
Right,
just
right.
like,
I
yeah,
mean-
that was literally, as far as I remember, that was his debut game, and then after that, they were like, not
He
anymore.
doesn't have I don't know anything about Shadow's personality, so forgive these questions. But like, does he doesn't have the attitude that like Knuckles does, right? Like,
No,
so
he
you
is.
can't-
Shadow's more like dark and brooding.
He's got a deep voice.
He does have.
But
a
I
deep
stand by
voice.
my answer.
Yeah, I
of
mean, I
John
was
Heder.
thinking-
John Hedder's an amazing actor. I'm sure
I was
he could do
thinking
that.
Lance Reddick, but it doesn't like he's got a nice voice, a good voice for it. But like, I don't know if he's got the, that kind of broodingness that you might.
Yeah.
Dude, you should
Hi,
just,
Steel Diver.
just go with Rucker Hauer and call it a day.
need. He's passed away.
Oh,
as
Guy
well.
Bond says someone who's been topical with us lately. John Lovitz.
John
Oh.
Lovitz is always topical with you.
Goodbye, everybody.
Jealous.
Goodbye.
Buy my book.
I got the role of Shadow. Jealous.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. That would be so great.
Wait a minute. Guybone says the Kingpin guy also passed.
He didn't. There's some confusion.
Oh, okay.
Vincent
He
D'Onofrio?
possibly passed away in. Never mind. Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the
No, yeah, can't-
Spider-Man, was that in
can't-
Spider-Man?
No,
No.
or was it?
What was that in?
You mean
Oh, Hawkeye.
That was back.
Listen,
at
all the Marvel
Christmas.
stuff starts to blur together. He's dead in one of those universes.
Into
it was like a
one
lifetime.
But he's
cinematic
alive in
universe.
real
He
life.
saw that.
He would be too scary for Robotnik.
He saw
Oh.
that Broadway play that Marvel put on and then died.
Malik Halo, I got bad news about Michael Clark Duncan. I don't think he can do the role
Oh,
either.
man.
No. God.
Bernard Cheese has the only right answer so far. He says Jaleel White.
Yes.
Yes.
Hylian
If
Thomas.
If
is
he's
a good
not here
answer.
for Sonic, bring him back to do at
Mm-mm-mm.
least a.
I mean, Jaleel White. No offense, he's not really what I think of when I think brooding and dark.
He's an actor. He can do any role.
What about the voice of Orson Welles from The Critic?
Maurice LaMarche.
They're
I mean,
even
he doesn't
better.
really
The
think.
Belcher?
Old.
He is the
He is the Belcher.
Man,
Yes.
that's so
that
good.
was pretty good.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
pretty
He
good
has,
impression.
I can't do it too much or I'll throw up.
RMC, did you get the TikTok of that Scream guy that I sent you? The most recent one is so good.
I saw that you said it, but I haven't
Oh, it's
watched
so
it yet.
good.
No. Well, that's the best. The best we got for real is Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I feel like I need to think longer about this.
Now, here's the
my
question:
answer.
Is Michael Keaton, would he be more expensive than Idris Elba? Because Idris Elba right now is like really
I
popular,
think
but Michael
Idris
Keaton
Elba
has
would be more
prestige.
expensive.
I would imagine Keaton would be cheaper. Still,
I mean,
yeah.
he's on a career renaissance over the past
Yeah,
few
kind of.
years.
I
But I
agree.
think Idris Elba would still bring in more cash for sure.
Burn and Cheese. Burn and Cheese. You're going to hear this, Kirby, and you're going to be like, well, he's right. Burn and Cheese says, if Jaleel White can do Urkel
Fair.
and Stefan Urkel, then you can do Sonic and Shadow. It's the same thing.
No, that's
Also, Myrtle Urkel. Want to
Yin and
throw that
yang.
out
I
there?
love how
From Biloxi.
Stefan Urkel has come up so many times already in this podcast.
Big, you know,
It's
we
very
got
strange.
maybe
It's
Alf.
not strange.
Maybe
It's-
Alf knows Urkel, and we could get to Urkel that way.
Were
But
they
hey,
TGIF
Urkel.
to get? No.
Somebody
Alf
look
was
up
never
if Jaleel
TGIF.
White is on Twitter. He's got to be on Twitter, right?
He did that. What was that show he did?
Who?
Jaleel White just recently
the
did
one with
the, were
the
you
one on
Pitch Black?
Sci-Fi or
Was it?
whatever?
Where it was like
yeah,
dark.
where people are in the dark and smelling butts and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Did you not see that show? This was
No.
years
That
ago,
was
but
long
yeah, he
time
did a
ago.
show where literally people played games in the dark, and one of them was like, guess the smell. So it'd be like a flower,
Shoe
a
polish
cake,
was a big
A
and then
booty
one was
hole.
literally someone's
Sounds-
ass.
No.
Like you
Like-
would put
like
your
up
face
in the
into a
cheeks?
hole, and
Yeah.
someone's
No,
ass.
And
was
I
there.
remember the
Wasn't it
guy.
like a sumo wrestler
Somebody
or
was like,
something?
It smells like ass.
Human sweat.
He said it smelled like ass, and they were like,
Eventually,
"Dang,
yeah.
you're right."
Wow.
You got it,
The
bro.
one time you don't want to be right on a game
Yeah.
show.
Ice Dilbert says Jeffrey Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah, I
that's
could see
not
that.
It's not a popular choice. It's not going to put
Thank
butts
you,
in the
Burn and
seats,
Cheese.
but Bill Duke would be
But
pretty
will it put
excellent,
butts in
I
the
think,
face?
as a
Bill
shadow.
Duke, yeah. for sure.
Nintendo says Vincent D'Onofrio insulted me on Twitter once because he thought I was being rude to him. Well, tell me.
That's a story.
I want to know what you said for him to think you were being rude. I'm really
Wait,
intrigued.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Do Michaels, you're missing out on this chat. It's amazing.
Yeah, I got to check it out now.
I feel thank you so much for the people that did stick around. I know like we're working with a skeleton crew in here today, but if you managed to stick around for that hour and a half, I really do appreciate it. Jaleel White, there it is. Is that really his
Full
banner image?
Stefan right there.
Yeah,
For
no
sure. He looks great.
Anastasia Beaverhausen. I don't know if my mom would be up to voicing Shadow. Also, I don't even think she knows who Shadow is. Also, she does not like Sonic. So,
Also,
all right,
Willem Dafoe.
well, there you go.
Willem Dafoe can do anything.
Well, I've seen that one TikTok he's done, and he's quite an actor in that. So, and I cannot say anymore. All right. The only other thing I want to talk about before we got into news was, whoops. Hold on. Nintendo responded. He says he called me a clever clogs and was very snarky because I quoted him about highlighting a letterbox review. He was like, "quote Yes, I publicize my movies. It's what actors do." Clever clogs.
What the heck is Clever Clogs?
I've never heard that in my life.
Is that like Smarty Pants?
I guess so.
Oh, Clever Clogs, Smarty Pants. I mean, okay.
Maybe Nintendo is from the Netherlands and he wears clogs.
I don't know. You know, I guess
It's
Well,
a British
insulting.
Smarty
It's a
Pants.
British
and
Smarty
Oh,
Pants.
I'm-
Now
hello,
we know.
outlaws.
I'm like 100 years old because I don't know what highlighting a letterboxed review means.
Letterboxd is a website where you write reviews for movies, but they're very quick.
Yeah, you idiot.
It's like Facebook.
I'm
but
not a
only-
very clever clog.
It's like Facebook, but it's only for movie reviews. So if you see a movie, you
I get
go
all
on
my movie
Letterboxd and you
reviews
write
from
like a
Ain't
2 or
Cool
3
News.
sentence review after you see it, and that's that.
Oh, so he reviewed his own movie, and
Yeah, that's what actors
Nintendo-
do.
I don't know whose side to be on here.
Don't worry. Do Michaels, I'm behind
Don't
you.
worry, clever clogs.
You get it now? You're good?
I don't understand it, but we can move on. We can move on.
I had a
'cause
feeling. All right.
Yeah, he was sharing one. I quote tweeted him. I don't know what any of this stuff means. I know what snarky means, but that's about it.
why not?
Wuzzle.
Everything else was gibberish.
I was going to say the only other thing I want to talk about without spoilers, no worries here, everybody, is Stranger Things season 4. You're watching?
Well, I haven't. I plan on it.
None.
I haven't. I plan on
None
it.
watch.
None watch. I know watch any.
Three
I
watch.
watched the first 3 episodes. Like I said,
half one watch.
You fell
Half
asleep.
One
they're way
watch.
too long, and they just seem to get
Never
longer.
watch.
I never seen any of them.
I watched the first 2 episodes.
First 2 episodes. So far, everybody, no spoilers. How you feeling?
Feeling good.
In the
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
neighborhood.
Even though I already complained about it.
Well, you complained about episode length.
Yeah. Like I said, was saying before we started recording, like the so far the first couple of episodes have been like almost 80 minutes long, and
Well,
I
I
like it. I wish I had less of it. I beat RMC too, and I knew that's what he was going to say.
Really, you said that, and I was going to be like, that sounds like me.
Exactly.
Well, you'll be happy to know that the second half of the season, when it comes out in July, only has 2 episodes, but they're both over
But
2
they're
hours.
way longer.
Holy guacamole.
Well, I really liked the half of the episode that I saw. I just was really tired and passed out, unfortunately, for the rest.
Yeah, I've watched 5 episodes, and I only stopped because I had things to do today, so I had to go to sleep. But man, like I was really into it after
Right?
I was really into it up to episode 3, but after episode 3, it's like a whole different level. And episode 4 in particular, man, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. I told my brain there was an episode in the last season that tied in music and the way it cut everything together so well that I rewatched that scene a few times over and absolutely adored it. And this,
wait, from season 3?
yeah,
Didn't everyone like hate that scene?
I don't. Well, I guess we can talk about season 3. What scene?
Well, you said it was like music related, right? Maybe we're like
Yeah.
not even thinking of the same scene.
Well, tell me what you're thinking about. We can talk about season 3. It's far enough out. That was over 2 years ago.
Was it the part where?
We are talking about season 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Just make
I
sure.
might as well not even watch
Season
it now.
3.
Were you talking
season
about-
three.
Leave the room, and
Done
when we're
some
done, you
scenes
can come
with his
back.
girlfriend?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No.
He was so moved
No,
by
I was
that.
talking
He was
about,
so moved by that.
It's a scene where they're at the fair and it's the end of an episode, and people are leaving the fair to go to the house where they're all being killed, and they're like single file walking into the basement with the monster.
What was that song?
The song was so good, I had to look it up. I have it bookmarked on my desktop, but they did like their own version of it. And just the way that whole thing was shot and the way they played the music into it, I was like, this is fantastic.
Outstanding.
But
Yeah,
episode
Mhm.
4 of this season
Fantastic.
has
like-
another situation where they tie together music and everything, but they also tie together a lot more elements of the story and personality. And it's so good. It was so good. The music in this season, without getting into spoilers, there's a song we've been talking about recently that
Which
is
is a
featured
very
in the
weird
first episode.
coincidence.
Yeah, that was weird.
But
There's
yeah.
also something I wanted to mention about the first episode, but it's we're probably gonna have to do it off the air.
We'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it after the show. But yeah, I'm really, really digging it. It feels good to have the show back. I'm very excited about it. Also, I watched the first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan, but nobody here watched that. I know you
Yeah,
didn't. Nobody else did.
no.
So
It's
I won't
also
talk
on the
about it.
list.
I
I'm
won't
still
talk about
kind
it.
of taking a break from Star Wars stuff.
I won't talk about it. So yeah, I hope you guys, if you're watching Stranger Things, are enjoying it. Please, no spoilers anywhere. Hello, Koboon. Thanks for joining us.
The kids in Stranger Things are old now.
I know.
It's so weird seeing them go through changes because like all the other actors already were post-pubescent, so like
Yeah.
they look all the same,
Well,
and all
when
the
Mom
kids
Brain-
are like all gangly and awkward.
Yeah.
But like
Especially Finn.
it's crazy,
Right?
I
Yeah,
mean, good for
especially
them. We all had to do it.
Mom Brain was watching the
It's only
episode, the
fair.
first episode yesterday, and she saw there's like a cheerleader kid who's like or not a cheerleader. I'm sorry. There's a basketball player, and Mom Brain was like, "This kid's like 30 years old." Who
Yeah.
is
Well, or
it?"
maybe they're like trying to, pay homage to 80s movies where every teenager looked like
I
30
kind of thought that. I really did. All right, so I hope you're watching that and enjoying it, or if you're watching anything. Yeah, I want to talk about Kenobi, and as you know, after our conversation, what was that, 2 weeks ago? We were talking about Miss Marvel versus Kenobi, or not even versus, just Miss
Yeah,
Marvel
I
and
think
Kenobi.
I believe it was 2 weeks
We
ago.
will be talking about it in the future, but we'll stay away from spoilers. Don't worry. All right, Mom Brain, let's do it.
Yes.
Hit me up.
That's a good question.
Whoops. Sorry.
Wrong one. There we go. What do we got in the news this week? Mom Brain, we have more Reggie news. You've been talking a lot about Reggie lately.
Well, I mean, you've been bringing it up, and I've had some things to say about it.
It is
My body is ready.
a Nintendo podcast. So Reggie talked more about the worker mistreatment at
What did he say
Nintendo.
this time?
And
Why
he said
is
it was
doing this?
he said it was really troubling.
Well, we're troubled too, Reggie.
Reggie
Those people should
says
have kept their mouths shut.
Exactly.
when I was at Nintendo, I made a priority to have a culture within the organization that was welcoming, that promoted all the workers that we had. And so these reports are really troubling. I did not have a situation as the leader of the company where we had a broad issue with our associate base. It just wasn't there. And then he goes on how, you have to keep an eye on the culture at the workplace and make sure everybody's doing well and take care of complaints when they come up and blah, blah. And then later on, he talked about unions. And he said he's not, Mom Brain, this is the part I wanted to talk to you about. He said
Yes.
he's not for or against unions. He says you have to work with them. And he said when there is a union, it means something's not working and it needs to be taken care of.
I don't like that.
Okay.
I will say nothing.
I will also keep my mouth shut.
Unbelievable.
I've been given specific instructions.
Yes,
Let
me
me.
as well. Fortunately, me and her would be fighting.
You two can
in
have
this
your own
conversation.
podcast.
Yeah, we'll figure it out
It's,
later.
Here, let me see if I can get you his exact quote.
That's all right. Let's stick with the story. Let's see what it is.
Okay. As a leader, you need to look hard. And if this is what your employees want, a union, you need to address that and embrace it and move forward.
All right. So, would you agree or disagree?
Agree or disagree, Mom Brain? Nintendo.
I mean,
I would agree with that statement. Throw it out there. I'll agree with that. That's a fair statement.
look, it's not
Fair.
overtly anti-union, right?
Okay.
But he's basically saying like the very polished PR version of
Well, it's not a PR version because remember, he doesn't work for Nintendo anymore. This is
no, but
his
I'm
thoughts.
just but he's a man at the top, right? So he
Mhm.
does have his reputation to worry about and whatever else. So-
Furthermore, I can read you more.
Oh, there's just furthermore.
Says, I've worked in industries that have high levels of unionization. This is not a good or a bad thing. It's a situation that as a leader, as an executive, you need to manage just like any other challenge or issue or opportunity that you face. That's his whole quote.
Fair.
So
Mom
as a
Brain?
person who is at the top of the food chain, I get to make a comment on what the employees who are making the company all the money get to do or not. Look, he can't win in my book because because
Yeah.
he's a person at the top. He's making a ton of money. He's whatever. So like, there's no one answer he's going to give that I'm going to be like, yeah, like,
Well, if he said like, I love unions, I think they're the best, I think you would be like, yeah.
yeah, but I'd also be like, probably he's never been a member of any union ever.
Or
in his
like,
life.
what insidious thing is he trying to do by saying
I just
that?
and I don't like at all the whole like, if everything's great, there's no need to unionize. Like,
Yeah.
I find that bogus.
Or
Well,
Like,
Nintendo
that
says-
unions will be like an inherent challenge or issue.
Nintendo says the boss makes $1, I make a dime.
that's
So
why
that's
I poop on company time.
Love every chance I get to do that.
Streaks says, it's true. The culture of a company starts from the top. Where I work, everyone was mistreated, yelled at, and called names until a new CEO came in. Almost overnight, we were finally treated with respect and dignity. Unfortunately, now she has to deal with the mess of lawsuits the old CEO created. I just hope Reggie is telling the truth that this didn't happen on his watch. And if this has all happened after he left, what does that say about Doug Bowser? We didn't hear these complaints when Reggie was there. I can say that much. It doesn't mean they weren't there.
And his name is Bowser for a
He
reason.
did come in and steal all that breakfast when I was there at that Zelda event. So I will never forget that, Reggie. He just walked in. And he's like, "Oh, you guys having breakfast?" And then he took like everything. It was like,
Didn't he say, like,
amazing.
ooze or something. Something like that.
I don't remember
He was
specifically
commenting on
now.
some of the food
I just remembered going up to get food and slim pickings at that
Man,
point.
that's funny.
And like we hadn't Reggie like never came in to be like, "Hi guys, how you doing? Thanks for coming in to play the games or whatever." It was literally walked by the room and saw the breakfast and was like, "Oh, breakfast is here." Ate the breakfast. Like there's another room for Reggie to go get breakfast in, but this was like special breakfast, so he stopped in and got it. So Reggie very firmly against breakfast, unless it's only for him, as you've heard. So yeah, there's more to come out on this topic, but like we said, Reggie is not at Nintendo anymore. So anything that's happening there right now is not Reggie's fault.
They're
And we
starving
didn't
over
hear
there.
these issues when Reggie was there. So either we didn't hear them and they were going on, or they weren't going on. I don't know. That's all I can tell you. That's it for I think that's it for serious news this week. Now we got the fun stuff. Top 10 most played games of Q1 2022 in the
Booyah.
United States. Now,
Oh man, these are our favorite types of things. to
I
get.
know. Now here's the rule. It is any video game. It does not have to have come out in Q1 2022.
Fortnite.
It
I guess it's Fortnite.
and this is only the United States. Please begin guessing. Lou?
Fortnite.
And this
Fortnite.
is played, not bought.
This is top 10 most played. So it I mean that doesn't mean not bought. Yeah, that's just the people that bought these games are playing them too. Fortnite, says Lube. That is number 4.
Mm.
Is Mario Kart on there?
Mario Kart is not on here.
Kirby?
Kirby is not on here.
What the-
Ring,
No,
Elden R.
Ring. Elden
No,
Ring.
you guys got to
Animal
think
Crossing?
like these are games that
Alright,
keep
Call
people
of
coming
Duty.
back.
GTA 5.
Halo Infinite.
Now we're talking. Okay, hold on. Call of Duty number 9.
Halo Infinite or
Halo-
Halo franchise.
Come on, you know
No.
people aren't going
Sorry,
back to
this
that.
is
What did
video
you say?
game of any system?
Yes.
All right. Well, I was only
GTA.
thinking
Any
Nintendo
system.
because of where I am.
Any system.
Minecraft.
Minecraft is number 1.
Yeah.
You said GTA. Number 2, yes.
I said Call of Duty already.
You guys, I'll
let's
give
see,
you a hint.
Battlefield.
Battlefield. No, Battlefield's going through
What
some
about
really tough
other-
times right now. Oh, by the way,
Okay.
Call of Duty is on here twice.
Minecraft,
Okay.
pew pew pew, anything that shoots people.
I said Minecraft already, and I said
Like-
What do you think goes on in Minecraft? Have you never
Well,
played
those are
Minecraft?
two separate thoughts that I
You know,
combined
all
together.
the shooting
Is
in
Minecraft even on a system or is it a
was
computer
not
game?
everything.
It's number
I don't
1.
know. All the
How
children,
are
they
you?
just play with these
You
block-looking
name any
things.
system, Minecraft is on it. Wait a minute. Here's a great question.
You
Here's a
need
great
to
question.
go to Liberty Science
Brain,
Center and educate yourself.
Hit the millionaire music, the serious
I'm so
one.
scared. The answer is I don't know.
Nintendo.
I'm scared.
What year did Minecraft come out?
Oh Lord. All right.
I'm not going to tell her.
2012.
Final answer?
Yes.
Loop?
Am I close?
2009.
2009 is correct.
Wow.
Now, put that in perspective. It's the number one most played
It's
game
wild.
this quarter. out
Oh,
of
so I
any
had
game.
I had a good guess.
Yeah.
All right, great. So that's moral of the
For
story.
Alright.
the
Is,
wrong
That's
reason.
Do
right.
we have any other guesses?
Hold on. Let's think about this. What did we say so far? Run down
You
the
said
list.
Minecraft, you said Grand Theft Auto, you said Fortnite, you said
Yeah.
Call of Duty, which is on here twice. So you
Okay.
got half the list, more than half the list.
Oh.
Okay. Roblox
Roblox is a great guess, not on
came
No,
out of the
because Roblox is only Roblox might be on some consoles, but
Yeah.
not
What about,
everything.
like Rocket League,
Rocket League is a great guess, but it's
Uh,
not on here.
Dota 2, whatever. those
Another
games
good
are.
guess, not on
Is
here.
there
You're
something? Is
doing
there
well.
a real weird answer like Tetris or
Not any
World
weird
of
answers?
Warcraft.
No.
Wordle?
No.
Among
World of
Us?
Warcraft is a good guess.
Good guesses. All right, I'll give you hints. This is number 3. Long-running franchise.
Madden?
Came out when we
FIFA.
were in high school.
Whoa, Goldeneye.
That's what I was thinking.
People are still playing GoldenEye.
They should be.
And that amount of like,
You know what?
Smash.
Where is the briefcase?
I'll go out on a limb. I'll say the Civilization series.
no, but
Okay.
this series does have PC roots.
Yeah. Okay.
The Sims?
Mm.
Yes.
Oh, The
The
Sims. I forgot about
The
The
Sims
Sims.
4 is number 3. You
Everybody's
got Fortnite. Number 5, still hugely popular. Really took off at the very start of the pandemic. Still
Animal
got-
Crossing.
Animal
Crossing.
Crossing.
Animal Crossing is on the
Oh,
list,
oh,
but
I said
that's
it
not what I'm
before.
looking for. Oh, I'm sorry.
Among Us.
Among Us.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everybody's yelling. I'm sorry.
You looked at me and you said, "Good guess."
Good guess, loser. Luke got it
That's
right
pretty
this
sus.
time.
Pretty
Jesus.
sus.
Ooh. Whatever I
I'm
was saying,
hip with
good
the
guess. It
lingo.
wasn't Among Us because I didn't hear that. You got Animal
Clearly.
Crossing. You got Call of
Because
Duty.
it was a great guess.
All right, I'm missing 2 more games, and they're
Hints.
both sports games.
Oh, FIFA, Madden.
FIFA,
Madden.
What are other sports?
Not FIFA, this is
MLB,
America,
NFL, MLB,
NASCAR.
and
No.
oh, there you go,
Yes,
NASCAR.
Turismo.
Good guess. No.
Oh, sports.
Uh,
What else is there besides?
NBA.
Now I'm a. What was that?
NBA.
Yes.
2K.
NBA 2K22,
Oh,
the newest
all
one.
right, whatever.
So literally, the
always
top
guess.
10 list has no games that came out this year.
Nice.
The
Wah,
most recent
wah.
you get is 2021, so almost. And out of that list, 5 of those games appear on the Switch. And Animal Crossing being on there is nuts because that is only on one system,
Yeah,
and all these
baby.
other games are on lots of
Yeah.
systems.
Thank you, Solid Master Link. He heard me say Among Us.
We're
that you
still
said
on
it.
this.
I just didn't hear it.
You should see
Uh,
what Malik Halo said about you.
I don't want to look because I
No,
get
you wanna
really
look.
into my head about this thing. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
You'll
Oh, okay, yeah, that's not
good.
so bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Would I ever steal you wrong, dude?
That's true. So there's your top 10. That's what everybody's playing nowadays. I mean, we're playing Fortnite, so I get it.
Yeah.
Fortnite. All right. Moving on. Mr. Sakurai, who Nintendo has made what? Masahiro Sakurai.
What? Should I know this answer?
You know this, yeah.
Should we put the music on?
It's
again?
actually a game that you mentioned during the last
Oh.
story.
Kirby?
Yes.
I loved a Kirby.
He
It
is
was
the
so
creator
good.
of Kirby, and then he moved on to Smash Brothers, and he's done Kid Icarus as well. He's taking a little break right now, but he apparently had a meeting with HAL. HAL is the company that
Oh.
continues to do Kirby and is involved with Smash
Hmm.
Brothers.
Yeah.
But he hasn't worked at HAL in over 20 years, but he said he had a little chat with them, and he knows if he says this, people are going to be like, oh, he's doing something with HAL. He does have a history with HAL. He said he talked to them, and even though it's been 20 years, they caught up, and everything was like it used to be. They had a great time. He didn't say what they talked about, but he made it public that he talked to HAL. Why would you do that? Because you know people are going to listen. So could he be going back to do something with HAL? Could he be working on Kirby again? You know, after doing Smash Brothers for so long, where he's worked with Kirby through Smash Brothers, but it'd be pretty cool to see him involved with a regular Kirby again, or maybe Kirby Air Ride gets a sequel because people wanted a sequel that for a long time. But all we know for sure is that he went and met with HAL. Vin Loria says, Smash News? Must be Smash News. Is it Smash News? Smash News? Smash 6? Melee HD? Gino confirmed. Quick, everyone get your hopes up now. as far as they can go. Do not stop until you're absolutely certain that you will fall into a despairing tantrum from sheer disappointment when it turns out not to be whatever you fantasized about. Isn't that the way of the internet, my friend? You nailed it. Yeah, we don't know. And Sakurai is probably not going to say anything more specific than that. He'll just keep sharing his Smash Brothers screens. And he talked about before how he's like, every time I talk about something on Twitter, people are always like, oh, he's working on this, he's working on that. He's like, I wish it wasn't that way. So maybe this could be it too. He's just like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm just going to talk about whatever I want. So we'll keep an eye on whatever he's doing. But
I just went on that Twitter. The people there are quite rude.
the people there are all have hundreds and hundreds of sexual pictures of Smash Brothers
They
characters.
called
I
me
can't believe
Ball Sakurai.
I thought
They
you
want
were
me
my
to super
friend.
smash their butthole.
That's right. Perfect timing on that. Going back to Reggie on a non-controversial topic, Reggie talked about how Nintendo can have a successful transition from the Switch. So the Switch, Nintendo and Lube, let's play together.
Oh God.
Or- a
How
team.
many units? You can be a team. That's fine.
Okay.
How many units has the Switch sold since launch? The Switch has been out for 5 months and 2 years. No, what am I saying? 5 years and 2 months.
I was like,
Sorry.
what? 5 months?
5 years and I was going to say 5 months and 2 years.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna
5
say
years and 2 months. You two
all
can
of
work
them.
together.
Lube,
all of them.
Lube, you guess, and then I'll do
My
like
brain, can I get that
higher or
other
lower prices, right?
millionaire music?
Man.
That one. Thank you.
Mm.
You two are supposed to work together.
Yeah,
Alright,
you
alright.
probably
So
in
it's
the
in the millions or the
right?
billions?
No, not in the billions. No way.
Probably in the millions.
Probably in the
So,
millions.
But how many millions? A million a year? Is that bad or good?
That would be good, I
So,
guess. Yeah.
5 million seems low.
5 million. I'll say. Let's like triple that. We'll say like 15 million. That's what I say.
Final answer.
Final answer. Can you stop that music? I don't know what we got. Just hit the prices
I'm gonna
right.
say it's
Give
lower.
them the prices right.
Can we play the yodeling game?
Oh, it's low.
Okay, so to put things in perspective, the Wii U, which was considered to be a failure,
Yes.
sold just over 14 million units. So,
So I was right with billions and billions.
the Switch has sold 107 million units so far.
So
So
close
we
to
didn't
billions.
go over. So
We win. Price is right.
Over. That's true. Price is right. You still won. Yes,
No,
because you were
no.
literally the only ones playing.
Wow. So what's like a
Wrong.
good for the first year you're out? What's a good amount of units?
20 to
have sold?
25 million.
Oh, but how many people are in the country?
And maybe 18 to 25 million, somewhere in that range.
How many of there are us? Us are there?
How many are there of us? Are there the us of there?
How
Are
you just-
many people are
that's
there?
Worldwide sales.
Worldwide.
Oh, worldwide.
See, I was
okay.
thinking just
Yeah,
like
we were just,
America,
you know.
America
Yeah, yeah,
sales.
I believe we call this
Whoa.
revisionist history.
No, I'm just
America
I'm just
firsting over
reframing the history.
So,
of the question.
what would you have done for other countries then? They just get each one gets 15 million.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, sure. Add it all together. There's 100 countries.
Yeah, we would have been really close.
So 107 million, and Nintendo is saying that the Switch is in the halfway point of its life cycle, which is probably generous. I'd say it's probably 2/3. But yeah, now they have the problem that Nintendo and every other game hardware manufacturer has faced when you transition to your new system. How do you do that successfully? Because Nintendo has done it successfully from the Game Boy to the Game Boy Advance to the DS, and unsuccessfully from the GBA to the from the DS to the 3DS. And the Wii to the Wii U. 3DS turned things around within the first year and went on to be a success. Wii U never found an audience, and they went from the Wii, one of the best-selling systems of all time. So how do you make it a success? Reggie says he's got some ideas. He says,
I bet he does. He says, bust those unions.
And he's also had his brain food because he's had breakfast. So
he says, quote, quote, so let's just acknowledge that moving from one successful platform to the next is incredibly difficult and challenging to do. Specific to Nintendo and Switch, the company has also said that they view the Switch as still halfway through its life cycle. If that's true, the company needs to be thinking about what it's going to do over the next 4 or 5 years to continue the core business momentum of the Switch. Then it's about following the heels of that and what the future holds. It's quite a heavy lift to be done. I believe that, first and foremost, you need to be thinking about the content pipeline and what's going to keep players engaged. I do think that you have to look at the history and what have been some of the historical tactics that have worked to maintain a life cycle of a particular generation. And that includes everything from mid-cycle upgrades to thinking about pricing and value. There's a number of different tactics you can play, but fundamentally, the content pipeline needs to be there. Last paragraph. I continue to be very active in this industry. I'm active as an investor and an advisor, and I think that being aware of demographic changes and geographic opportunities about how technology is continuing to evolve, these are all things a company like Nintendo needs to be thinking about in order to launch a system after the Switch. Nintendo, you got something to say there?
I was just thinking, one, don't they? Well, so I know good things to do at launch, as in like the new Zelda, like comes out for a launch of a system and it's like a holiday time. But then how do you sustain that? And then I was thinking, I'm a corporate drone now, so I will tell you that it's
Synergy.
reliability, price value, customer loyalty.
Well,
diversity. Don't forget to add diversity.
I mean, that
you
is my
need that.
job.
Price
Yes, diversity
is-
of content.
price is
represented.
always important for Nintendo. They always try and make their systems affordable. But Zelda, we've talked about this because
Mhm.
Nintendo has launched 2 systems with Zelda,
Mm-hmm.
the Wii and the Switch.
Mhm.
And both of those
Very
are
good.
successful.
Very
The
good.
Switch, to put things in more perspective, has outsold the Wii already. So that's nuts.
Mhm.
But yeah, like Zelda as a launch title
You need
seems
something
to
to
hit
get
a
people
sweet spot of like
Excited.
diehard Nintendo fans, traditional gamers, and then you have something to go for the more expanded audience. And they had 1-2 Switch at the time, which became a million seller as well. So that's not a bad combination. There could be something to launching a system with Zelda, because there's been other systems that Nintendo launched where they did well, but not long
what
tail
did-
sellers. Like
What did the Wii U launch with?
New Super Mario Brothers U.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
it launched to decent sales, but
Yeah,
then
but
it
didn't
never got an
sustain it,
audience
yeah.
outside of that. And all right, Super Nintendo launched with Super Mario World, so that's a big one. Obviously,
That's a
Nintendo
go-
64
that's a good
launched
one.
with Mario 64. That's a big one.
Mm.
GameCube launched with Luigi's Mansion.
Mm.
Bum, bum,
Spin-off,
bum.
sold really well, big property for them, but
my
not the same as Zelda. And then like the 3DS launched with Pilot Wings, which is I love Pilot Wings, but that's not a game to launch a system with.
Nope.
And the N64 followed, or N64 launched with Pilot Wings as well, but they had Mario 64, and then Wave Race came after that.
Wave Race. Those were the
Wave Race,
days.
Mom Brain, what are you thinking?
No.
It's a new one. It's okay. Mom Brain,
What are you thinking?
there you go.
I liked Reggie better when he was when his body was ready. Now he's too wordy.
Now Reggie's body is
Fell
ready
asleep.
for
My body is
blockchain.
ready.
Yeah, an NFT.
Vin,
Yeah.
go ahead. No, please go ahead.
Nope. Next story.
Vinloria has the not first comment, the top rated comment. They say,
the
I
ultimate
disagree.
comment.
Oh, I don't know if we want to do
Do it.
Is it a fun?
it. Whatever, we'll do it.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I don't read these comments before we
Blanket.
go in.
We'll do it live.
Vinloria says, I disagree. Due to all the production issues from COVID, most people are still running Gen 8 systems or equivalent powered PCs, which Switch can still compete. Oh, never mind. We're not getting into this. This is an argument in the comments, and it's two people
Oh,
saying
boy.
why
Oh,
it should
boy.
and shouldn't happen. So we're not doing it.
Kumbaya.
Hanging and banging.
Hanging and banging.
Bang and then bang.
Call of Duty Pro.
All right. Josh, what have you been up to lately? How's
I'm a hardcore gamer.
somebody thought they I don't remember who it was, but they said to me they thought you would have had a Rosie tattoo on you. They saw so last week
Why
I don't
would you say that?
because you and Rosie were an item.
Moving on.
Oh!
Nice.
Last week
You
we
can get
found
those
out,
things
or
removed.
yeah, last week we found out that Josh Grobot used to have a thing with Rosie from
Hell
The
yeah.
Jetsons?
Yes.
Oh,
wow.
And then we also saw Josh has tattoos on his ass of
Josh has an
and
answer.
Uku and Tessie from Earthbound.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is news to me because I wasn't there for that.
And somebody got in
episode.
touch with me and they said, I thought with Rosie and Josh being an item, he would have had a Rosie tattoo on his ass, but he
Why
doesn't.
would you say that?
Because we thought you were a thing.
Sure, whatever.
All right.
He had it
All right.
removed. It said Rosie forever. Now it says Robo forever.
Oh.
That's a really great story.
All right. Moving on. We got, you know what? No, I know what I'm doing.
Moving on.
Moving on. Thank you, Josh.
Moving on.
Moving on. North
no.
American
Moving on.
releases. Moving on. North American releases this week. What do we got on the Switch? We got My Little
Sure,
Pony,
Whatever.
a Maritime Bay Adventure.
MARE.
Yes.
Oh.
We also have
I like it.
BAE adventure.
no,
Mm.
not that kind of bay. We also have something that I've been mispronouncing wrong for 20 years now. I always thought it was Cow the Kangaroo, K-A-O,
You've been
Cow the Kangaroo,
mispronouncing
but
it
that is
wrong.
incorrect. And I should have made this connection in my head. He wears boxing gloves and he punches people, so you pronounce his name K-O. the kangaroo.
Oh.
Sort of like Arby's.
How embarrassing. Arcade Archives, Trio the Punch, Bad Writer, Beatus Creation Solitaire. That is
Diabetes
Wilford
Creation.
Wilford Brimley's Solitaire. Coloring Pixels Collection 1, Egg Runner, Eye Exercise, Farm Tycoon, Floofy's Adventure,
Oh, that sounds
But I've
cute.
seen everything.
Freezer Pops, Jade Order, Pinku Cult, Hex Mortis, Pixel Game Maker Series, Kingdom Fighter, Pride Dance, Out and Proud, what? Mechanic Battle, Mischief Dungeon Life, Nail Salon, Style and Makeup Bag, Remote Life, Sakura Succubus 5, Sketch the Painter Cat, Sketch, Senrin Bunka,
What?
Senrin Bunka, Superhero Driving
didn't
School,
help.
Super Toy Cars Off-Road, The Big Con, which has a theme song from Rockapella,
So is that why you were saying that over and over and over
Yes.
yesterday?
because I can't get that song out of my head. Toon Cars Racer, Twin Blades of the Three Kingdoms, Underland, The Climb, and finally World Map Crafted City Builder. There's your North American releases. Popple says, I don't have time to play any of these. Also, hi, Do.
Oh, hi, Pop.
That's what they
That was very
Oh,
sad.
what a
That's
nice
what they
thing to
said.
It's got
say.
time to say hi to you.
Can I get
you
a
feel
drum
good.
roll, please? Oh, please don't do that. Switch was Australia's best-selling console of last year.
Dun 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 dun.
Just waiting for something. There we go.
All right.
Yes, Aussies picked the
Yeah,
Switch
all right.
as the console they wanted the most in 2021, despite competition from other platforms. Number one selling console in terms of units, and Lou, to get into the weeds as you like to do.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
PS5 was the number one console in terms of dollars made
Because it's more expensive.
because it's more expensive. Australians spent almost $4 billion on the game industry in 2021. Top games of the year. You guys want to guess? Top games of the year in Australia?
E-Ring, Elden R.
No.
KO the kangaroo.
No.
Vegemite
Good
2.0.
Vegemite the game.
Minecraft.
Yes.
Huh?
Specifically the Switch version.
Fortnite.
Fortnite is
Wait,
not a
this
game
is-
you buy.
Wait, this is just on Switch. Oh, then I shouldn't have said Elden Ring. I take that
No,
back.
this isn't just on Switch. I'm
Oh.
sorry. I was saying Fortnite's not a game you buy.
So
This is games you buy.
I'm
Mm.
sorry, I wasn't listening. So this is purchased games that are
In
most popular
Australia.
in
Yeah.
Australia.
Yes.
But the Switch was the
Um,
most bought system, but the games could not,
Mm,
doesn't have to necessarily be
Streets of
Switch
Rage
games.
3 that has a kangaroo in it.
Kirby already guessed
What
the
is it?
kangaroo related game, so
Oh man, dang it!
trust me, between the
I'm not listening
Vegemite
to
and the
anyone.
kangaroo jokes, we got all the Australia things. Anybody want to do
giant
Barbie joke?
spider,
Um,
giant spider in my house.
Knifey,
Done.
knifey
Baby
spoonies.
Spoonie.
Are there any
Well,
wombat
before
games?
our Australian listeners get any more offended, I'll just tell you it's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Oh,
That was my
Great
next
job.
guess.
Good choices.
378 million was made from physical games, and 556 million was made from digital games, and hardware made 560 million, and in-game purchases, so DLC and all that jazz, racked up 687 million.
Have a Foster's with KK Slider.
Paul Gale,
Hey, didgeridoo.
Paul Gale Network says, "Way to go, Nintendo Switch." Man, you guys, the thoughts of everyone on this podcast so far about Australia are not those of me.
Disclaimer.
I can't say when the majority
I
of the
mean,
podcast is
let's
saying it. I
be
can't say
honest.
I just
It's
made fun of the-
nowhere
I just made
near
fun of
as
the
bad as
Vegemite
what
thing.
people could say
What
about
are you-
Americans.
What are your
so-
thoughts on Australia, RMC?
They got a neat looking opera house.
It's not, yeah, it's neat.
There was that fish there that got lost, then he got found. That's really all I know.
What?
Heard about
What?
that, right?
Some kind of Nemo, right? That's where he was in Australia.
For those who aren't watching and only listening, Lube is smiling
those are
while he's telling me this, so
fictional
I don't know if he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, Nemo was at the Sydney Opera House.
This is Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
You're talking about.
Yeah.
I have
Do
not
I have
seen
to-
that movie.
Oh, well,
so
he's from Australia.
The first movie,
Nemo on
the
Tuesday?
second movie.
Yeah, they send him to Sydney Opera
Second one is
House.
Finding
I
Dory.
remember
I
that.
think so. I
Oh.
think you're right.
Well,
I think
Dory's
yes.
canceled.
Someone will back me up.
Poor Dory's not canceled.
mean,
Ellen's
listen.
canceled. Jeez.
Can you separate the two? I don't think so.
I think you're
I
supposed
can't.
to.
Well, I
sure
can
can't.
because I was going to say I can because one's real. Is Ellen not real? Are they both not real?
Who
That's
knows?
a question. Are birds real?
Her show just ended. She's done.
Oh, I know.
You know what she did at the end of the show?
Damn.
She
Danced.
yelled,
Yeah,
at
she
some people?
danced.
Wow.
She danced away, and they used the old womp womp stick on her. They didn't use that.
They should have.
One Nintendo executive didn't believe
In unions.
in Nintendo's plan to show Zelda Breath of the Wild at E3. We don't know who this employee was. It's kept
But they're
secret.
dumb.
But the information comes from two former employees of Nintendo who I personally know, Kit and Krista. They have their Kit and Krista podcast. We did an interview with them. If you want to see it, it's in the features section. But yes, they said they were working at Nintendo back in 2016. And at that year's E3, you might remember the Wii U was on its way out. The Wii U had been dead for years. Nintendo didn't want to talk about what was next because they were still working on it. So they decided E3 was going to be Zelda only. So it was literally the only game they had at E3. Their whole booth was Zelda related. And they had a demo that you could go there and play. And it was just the plateau in the beginning. You could run anywhere you wanted on the plateau.
You can catch the Hurley bass.
And one executive was like, "It's a bad idea, man. It's a bad idea." He didn't believe in the demo.
It sure is
Yeah, that's what he thought. He didn't think people would be into the demo. And they are like, "You are crazy.
They
This
killed
is going to
him.
be
He's dead
great."
now.
And obviously, Kit and Krista were correct. That demo, even though it was the only thing Nintendo showed, got a ton of attention at that show and won a whole bunch of accolades at the show. And then the game came out and was amazing.
It's
And
like the,
it was amazing.
So we
Oh,
don't
why
know.
would that
Amazing.
be a bad idea? I know what he said, but like it's
Well,
Zelda.
Doesn't know anything about
What
Zelda.
would be a bad idea would be him tweeting, "This is going to be legendary," and then we have pilot wings.
This is a sticking point for dudes. It's about Reggie.
I'm never going to let this go.
So I just
ever.
want to point out that we don't know who this executive was. We don't have any idea if it was Reggie or someone else completely different. But anyway, this executive thought the demo, which usually demos at E3 are like a vertical slice of the game that is like very like story beat, action beat. You're like designed for people to go in and see something happen and do something.
It's very linear.
And this was, here's an open world Zelda, check it out and do whatever you want. And this executive was like, "This is not the way to do this." And they were like, "It totally is." And they were right. So
Totally was.
just crazy to think back that there was a time where someone in Nintendo was like, "This Zelda thing's not going to go over well,
Yeah,
man."
isn't that crazy?
So you know what he ended up doing?
I'm going to guess it was a Nintendo of America
Oh,
employee.
So we're never going to find out.
Huh?
Yes.
We're never going to find out who it was.
Not.
There's a big reveal
Not
at the end of
never.
this podcast.
We don't know. I mean,
Come
here,
forward now.
You want the truth? I know Kit and Krista extremely well. I could email them and find out who it is and tell you off the show. but
All right,
trust me,
great.
Yeah,
never.
please do. We
I
need to
dare
know.
you
What's
to
out
do
then?
it. I triple
His
dog
name
dare you to
rhymes
do it.
They
with
were
Medgy.
anus wedgie. My anus wedgie. Entropy says, "I also thought it was a bad idea until I actually saw it. So, hey, listen." That's what they say. Hey,
Hey.
hey, hey. Yeah, looking at you. What are you doing over there?
I'm talking to people on the Discord.
Talk to him on the
Yeah,
microphone.
But you're not in,
Multitask.
you're
over
not in
there.
the
No.
podcast Discord.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
I am in the podcast Discord.
Well, you're not talking to people in the podcast.
I'm not
Discord.
talking to everyone.
Mom brain, I just want, hey, what happened? That's all I want.
She's
The
doing
moment
those
has
private
passed.
message shows. on
Oh,
the
I
Discord.
can't find it.
It's the random page. It's alphabetical. It's H.
Well, but they're not all.
Hey, what happened?
There
Ah.
we go. Reminder, guys. This was put in the order Mom brain wanted. Just want to put that out there.
Well,
Oh,
some of them ended up out of order, like some of the newer
You're out of order.
ones. And
The Sonic story, I did make a top story, so whatever. I ruined that already. We
okay.
also have news on the first. This is worded very specifically. The first ever officially licensed Smash Brothers Ultimate / Melee Championship Circuit. So as you guys might know, Smash Brothers used to be a part of EVO, the biggest fighting game tournament. And then Nintendo pulled on that for a litany of reasons we'll never know, but it doesn't take an idiot to speculate why they did it, because a whole bunch of bad stuff surrounds EVO. Let's just say it that way. And fans were like, but I want the Smash competitive scene and blah, 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 all that stuff. I get that you want that stuff. Well, here you go. The first ever officially licensed Smash Brothers Ultimate and Melee Championship Circuit. This has a prize pool of $100,000. So if you got some Smash Brothers skills, hell no.
Are you not into this because you were using a voice when you were talking about people who like this?
No. People, I was... My voice was for people who don't understand why Nintendo wouldn't want to be a part of it.
Why wouldn't they?
I don't want to get into it.
I don't know anything about it. Tell me off the air then.
I
If
bet
it's
you
so.
there's a lot of
It's just
sexist
trash talkers.
and-
Let's say no, it's
Yeah.
not trash talkers. Lube's going in the right
Like,
direction
yeah.
here.
Sex
like
pestering.
think higher than
Sex
trash.
pestering, what a great term.
I've been sex pestered.
Yeah, let's just say it's things that a family-friendly brand would not want their games associated with. So Nintendo yanked the games, but now they are.
They yanked the games and they're upset about. Never mind. I'm not going to do a joke like that.
Yanked.
Hi-yo.
Yanked, I get it. So anyway, this kicks off June 24th and goes to November 18th. So there's all different stops in Daytona, Florida, Toronto, San Antonio, Detroit, Miami, Irvine, California, Atlanta, Georgia. There's also online qualifiers between July and October if you want to get in on those. You don't even have to go. And then the last chance qualifier is Los Angeles, California, December 15th. This is an open entry bracket taking place in person at the Panda Cup finale. The top two players
in
from
a
each
mall?
Smash Brothers title will qualify
Having
for the
flashbacks.
Panda Cup finale beginning the very next day. So that is literally the last chance for you to get in. And the cool thing about this is people were like, Nintendo will never do a tournament with Melee. Why don't they do Melee? This is Ultimate and Melee. So if you're still holding on to Melee 2 decades later,
You
now
got
gotta
the
go
voice
do your
from
tournament.
RMC, folks. Take that.
You got it.
So are they going to... Does it take longer for these tournaments because everyone's going to put in each other's friend codes and stuff? Or?
These are, well, online, no.
Thank you.
And in person, I don't think
Lube is
Nintendo
used.
hasn't regressed to in-person friend codes yet, but you never know. So we'll see. So yeah, $100,000. So that probably means like 40 grand will go to the first place person overall, and then the rest of the money split between everybody else. But best of luck. It will be streamed if you just want to watch it. And this company is very excited about working with Nintendo because this is something no one else has ever done. So we'll see how it goes.
That is
I-
not
Do you think
Get
Nintendo's going to
my
be regretting
victory.
this? Or?
At first, no. Eventually, sure. Just because it's the nature of the internet. But Nintendo does their own tournaments, and they are very, very, very regimented, and they are very particular about how they handle them. And things still went wrong. So I don't know.
Man.
I don't know.
We'll just have
We'll
to wait.
just have to wait and see. You're
People
right, Josh.
suck.
All right. Oh, I
That's the
gotta do
message.
stuff. People suck. Lube and I were in a Smash Brothers tournament,
And we won.
and we won, and then we tried to chase a crit.
And we didn't win.
You were in it.
Yeah. Well,
You
why
were
didn't I
all
get
in it.
mentioned?
Well,
You win, we'll talk about it.
the
I was
first
like
one we
third
won.
or something.
The second one we were in, we didn't win.
Shh, quiet.
Well, I mean, we didn't come in first.
I faced
You
discrimination.
got kicked out for sexist remarks.
Lube was discriminating against me.
This
while I
was, this
in
was
it.
years ago. That was fine.
Lube was sex pestering.
All right.
I was wearing my platform Skechers at the time. I remember the outfit I was in. I looked great for this event.
Lost the event, looked great for it. Josh, can you throw me to a commercial, please? We got to do our
Ba-ba-ba-da.
contractually obligated spots.
No, we wanted to do
Sure,
this.
whatever.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Previously on Shout of the Wild.
But what we have to do is there are these seeds in these little holes that we have to put specific water on to make them grow up. And we get the Mario sound effect for the vines going up.
Yes.
Like it's what exactly is the sound effect for Mario that they use?
Blue,
It
blue,
is-
blue,
is
blue.
it-
Can you guys just do that simultaneously again? Thanks.
Chat of the Wild, breaking down Zelda and Zelda-like games, one dungeon at a time. Wednesdays on the HyperX Podcast Network.
Do you like the TV show Friends? Then check out Watching Friends with me, Mark.
And me, Ryan.
Every week as we go through every episode of this iconic TV show, giving you behind-the-scenes facts, our thoughts on every scene, and some personal stories.
Do you know which actor can't remember how many seasons of the show there are? How about the one common household object that could never be seen on the show? We've got the answers and more as we explore Friends in depth every week.
Watching Friends, only on the HyperX Podcast Network.
Thank you. Nintendo, we have to do a live read as well. Do you want to do it?
I'm scared, but sure.
All right.
I should have brought my spectacles.
Is this
We're
the one
old
we
now.
can interrupt?
You can, yeah.
Do your sponsors like you begrudgingly saying, well, these are contractually obligated stuff we got?
And I believe you should call them your cheaters.
lie?
No, you
All
can
right,
say it
so
more
you read-
excited.
You're going to read all this down here.
Oh, boy.
Now, do you see where it says this part?
Mm-hmm.
And then it says
My
that?
name's Josh
Mhm.
Robot, and I'm here to say I'm the
Ignore
best on this
this.
podcast. Far and
Ignore
away.
this part.
I'm so great.
Starting it.
And you guys suck. If you don't like that,
Mhm.
I don't give a darn. Smash that subscribe
I'll try
button.
my best.
We have music for you. Hold on.
I'm very scared.
I got to
Please forgive me.
get your background music for your ad read.
Is it this?
No, I
My
got
name's Josh Robot.
No, Josh, please.
Josh is on fire today.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is pretty intense.
All right, Nintendo. Don't blow it.
I'm gonna blow it. I gotta read with one eye closed.
This music only lasts for so long. Starting right here.
Oh, all right. Make room for huge plays with the HyperX Alloy Origins 65 mechanical gaming keyboard
Oh.
and the Pulsefire Haste wireless mouse.
Can you tell me more?
Well, the Alloy Origins 65 has a functionally compact form factor, keeping the arrow keys without the numpad and function keys.
It sounds sexy and hot.
You betcha. The Pulsefire Haste is the latest wireless mouse from HyperX, featuring a robust connection, up to 100 hours of battery life, and is even...
I wish it was water resistant.
It is!
Oh my god.
Keep your setup clean and clutter-free with the Alloy Origin 65 mechanical keyboard and the Pulsefire Haste wireless mouse. Thank you.
That wow was so good. That was great. You did great.
I'm sweating.
All right. There we go.
I'm sweating a little bit.
Is there another sweaty in there, Mama? I think that's in Mario.
Hey, I'm sweaty.
All right. Nintendo. This is so Nintendo. This is crazy. Oh, wait. I skipped the story. I'll tell you this real quick. Your Switch Online, NES, and Super Nintendo collections got updated.
You're a
If,
sweaty.
if you if you have that service,
Don't be a sweaty.
thank you, Josh.
Go getty.
When it comes to the NES, the classic NES game Pinball is now available, which is actually really good. And then if you're interested in the Super Nintendo games, you can now play Congo's Caper. The what's the word for that?
Alliteration.
A hidden gem, and rival turf. What'd you say? Hungry?
I said alliteration.
Oh, you said hungry. Both would be true for you.
Yes.
Streak says rival turf is pretty good. You know, I've never played it, but it's a beat 'em up. I'm down with beat 'em ups. All right. Moving on. Like I said, this is so Nintendo, it hurts. Nintendo labored over Nintendo Switch Sports online play all the way down to literally what they were going to call the online play.
Sure, whatever.
So if you go into Nintendo Switch Sports and you start it up, the first icon says play globally in big text. And then underneath it says play online and earn items. Why is it done this way? Nintendo's developers explain. First of all, if you look at the design, you can see that we place the option for online matches at the top of the menu. When you make a party game, you would normally think that the order of the menu would be play with family, play with friends, followed by play online. But in this title, we wanted to get rid of that feeling of getting ready to go online. Therefore, the menu looks like this. Some people said that they would be too scared to select it if it said online. So they were like, Nintendo had a conversation. Nintendo's developers had a conversation amongst themselves where some employees were like, if you use the word online, it's going to scare people and they won't want to go online. So this guy says, therefore, we tried to ensure that the word online does not stand out too much. After all, players can play with someone in any of the options. The only difference is whether a family member or friend close to you or it's someone in or around the world.
It's like the same executive who didn't want the Zelda demo at E3.
It's just, That's so Nintendo because they handle online in such a strange way, and for them to labor over the fact that this can't say online because that'll scare players. We need to hide that it's online. So let's go with global. Whatever.
So that's why. Do you remember? You might not remember when I first booted up the game over here. I just clicked
remember.
right through it, and I didn't know it wasn't like loading up. I was doing something wrong because I was confused at that.
I would say it might be because you didn't read anything.
I would say that too.
But yeah, I thought it was funny that you brought that menu thing up because when I read this, I was like, and you didn't even read it
So it's
anyway.
like some people are scared and some people don't read.
They also talked about how tough it is to implement online play in a game that motion controls are the default way to play, or not the default, the only way to play. Because they're like, hitting a button online is one thing, but when you introduce lag through how people swing and how quickly they swing and the directions they swing, it makes things that much tougher. So that I understand. I don't want to say I don't understand the terminology part, but it's typical Nintendo going overboard with that stuff. Also, here's a shocker. Nintendo Switch Sports didn't originally allow you to play with motion controls. It was just regular button controls, which is crazy to me. And at their developers said they were too focused on making something that was just new. They wanted to make sure it was a new experience. And then at one point they were like, that's wrong. It's not fun to play like this. It's more fun to play with motion controls. So they added them in. Crazy. Shillelagh says, no motion controls? That notion sounds preposterous to me. Half the fun of the original Wii Sports was the motion controls.
All the fun.
I hope Nintendo's next controller, amongst many other things, has better motion controls. Well, they always get better, so we'll see. If anybody's going to add motion controls to their controllers, it'll be Nintendo. There's a Mario Strikers Battle League demo coming out, and you can download it now.
God!
Luigi, how do you feel about it?
Oh my God!
That is Luigi.
What?
Or Betty White.
Or Betty White. No,
Oh,
it really
Whoa,
is Luigi.
I can't unhear that though.
Right?
Oh my God!
Wario, your thoughts?
Oh my God!
So the demo has, how Nintendo usually does these online demos. They're limited time. So I have time frames where you can hop online and play with everybody. You can go on Friday, June 3rd, 8 to 9 p.m. PT. Saturday, June 4th, from 4 to 5 a.m. PT, 12 to 1 p.m. PT, and 8 to 9 p.m. PT. And then finally, Sunday, June 5th, 4 to 5 a.m. PT, and 12 to 1 p.m. PT. So you can go in there right now and get the demo and do training if you want, but you won't be able to do online play until those specific dates. Clark 2K says, downloaded it and went through the training mode. The game feels really polished, capital letters, with tight controls and a lot of techniques, capital letters. Easy to learn, hard to master. Day one purchase here. Yeah, I mean, this franchise is great, and Next Level Games kills it every time, so not a surprise there. This game will also be
that song.
Somebody clip that and send it my way. I'll add it to the soundboard. The game will also be getting free post-launch updates. So yes, we're in the age of DLC, but sometimes Nintendo is nice enough to give you free DLC, and that's what you're getting with. DLC at no additional cost because
DLC.
you're here. Yes. You know how much that sticks in my head when I write posts.
I'm
now?
glad it does. I'm glad.
Tim, how much is it?
It's free.
Billy, I think you believe differently. How much does this cost, Billy?
For $1.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So yes, it is free DLC, as Lou would say, no additional cost with the cost of the game itself.
Thank you.
It's free.
Being fair.
And this includes whatever. The important part is it includes characters. Because people are furious because there's a character that doesn't appear to be in the game who was in previous games, and people are like, where is this character?
Bless me, bagpipe.
It is not Scrooge McDuck.
Man, that would be
It
awesome.
is Daisy. People are like, how can you make a new Mario Strikers without
They've been
Daisy?
hating Daisy lately, haven't they?
What's wrong with Daisy?
Yeah, wait.
So how many characters you starting with? You're starting with 10, right? They got 10
Daisy's
characters.
is number 2.
I hate on Peach.
Oh, really?
Peach is my least favorite. Yeah.
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry.
Rosalina, Daisy.
Well,
Peach.
I think I was thinking of when like
Yes,
PC was on
yes.
the podcast, you would like try
I was
to
gonna
get
say,
under a skin.
You
Yes, 'cause
only
she-
like Rosalina because she's thick with many C's.
She's
just
do put
the
it the
way we
best
should
way.
be.
She's a MILF.
He said she's a MILF, and I was like, that's
Oh my
actually true.
God.
She's a star mother. It's true. Kolma says Kolma says waiting for Daisy before I buy this game, unless it does typically weekly exclusive. BS they did on 3DS sports titles. Nintendo says Rosalina is emo Peach.
You think
you
Yes.
son of a bitch?
You think-
I don't think that's
I'm your boss now, buddy. You better watch what you
That's
say.
a compliment.
You think they might throw a curveball and throw like Link in there, like they did for like Mario
I
Kart? where,
cannot
like, Link appeared?
imagine how angry people would be if they skip Daisy and go to Link. Like, just put in random characters. Like, here's Tingle.
Oh, man.
We're adding 10 versions of Tingle to the game. Nintendo says it was a compliment. There you go.
Yeah.
Doesn't anyone care what I think?
What, Josh? What do you think?
No, Josh.
Wow.
Silence.
Wow.
Shout out to my bros.
Who's your bro? Is Daisy your bro?
We'll just have to wait
Okay.
and see.
All right. You're always a mystery.
Yeah,
Josh.
this guy's like Pete Davidson. He's got a new girl on his arm every week.
Hey-o.
Literally and figuratively. Where did he
Hell
get that
yeah.
tattoo? Pete Davidson, come on. Oh, you already
What do you mean?
let it be known that you're not young anymore.
Yeah, no, but I know about his tatties.
Well, didn't he get like
Yeah, he got
what's her
the
face's kids'
letters of his
names?
kids. Yeah. I don't
His
know.
kids?
I mean,
His What's going on
he
here?
hopes. I don't know where on his body it
He
is.
hopes. He hopes.
He hopes to absorb those chillins.
And data miners also found out that there are 10 more character slots in the
Yeah,
game to be
one
filled.
of
So
those could be
10
Link.
potential characters. Link, trying to Chibi Robo.
You know,
I'm trying to think of ones
Chibi
people would.
I
hate.
remember back.
Squid
I
Kids.
remember a time when
So,
data
Inklings.
miners could just discover anything they wanted to from a Nintendo game. Seems like Nintendo's been locking it down a little
Well,
bit
yeah,
better.
now that's what it's funny. That's what people were saying this time.
Oh,
Like
really?
Nintendo got smart because now instead of the characters' names, it says character 1, character 2, character 3. So they're like, okay, we know there's 10 more, but we don't know who they are now. So, and they aren't in the game yet.
Yeah,
So data
we
miners
can't
find them,
report
yeah.
on it.
Only thing we know is there's 10 more than we already know about. So,
Well, they got wise to us.
well, we're at our last top story, everybody, and it is usually Nikki Hill's spot. So, what are we doing?
Well, thank God. I mean, he would drag that out for like 35 minutes.
All
so
right,
we could,
Luke,
like,
do you want to
just-
take it on?
I'll
Yeah,
blast
I
through
would
it in like
say-
five
the
for
human
us,
lube.
You
you
did
know?
the other stuff.
I
I'll
say
let Luke do
Lube
this.
since he's not here every
Yeah.
week.
For the next
You
European
want me to
masterpieces, let's
mispronounce
find out
everything?
I want you to do it
Long
Nikki Hill
pauses.
style.
You are free to do it in whatever style
All right.
you'd like.
This
Come on,
is
Brain. Thank you.
Go
We added
Nintendo.
music because Nikki Hill takes so long.
Releases North.
Nope.
You're
You're already doing
great.
it perfect
Is
like
it
him.
European?
It is. Yeah.
This is European releases.
Please do it like you do.
And the
All
day
right.
of our Lord.
We got Arcade Spirits, the new Challengers.
That's perfect. That is exactly what he would do. Play that again for Nintendo. That's your father.
We got
No.
well,
One
Oh,
more time,
God.
please.
No,
You don't
not
want to know
again.
how we got that sound.
I also would pronounce this Cow the Kangaroo, but I guess it's KO the Kangaroo.
Stop this.
My Little Pony,
I'm never coming again.
Maritime Bay Adventure. Mischief Dungeon Life. Amazing Superhero Squad. Arcade Archives. Flip Balloon Flight. which
Balloon knot.
I
Balloon
think
knot.
Balloon Flight's been out for a while, but I guess Europe's just getting it now. Balloon
Flight, not fight.
Oh, all right. Balloon
but
Flight.
I appreciate your knowledge.
I
understand.
Beatus Creation Solitaire.
Sure, why not?
Biomortar Unitron.
Beep beep. That's a Neo Geo Pocket game from
Whoa,
the 90s.
ooh, I don't know if I can. This one sounds dirty. Blow and Fly.
It does seem dirty, and it's from a
only
company.
available in the Netherlands.
It's from a company that puts out lots of dirty games, and believe it or not, that is not one of them.
It's the cleanest
It's a
one
regular
they
game.
got.
Yeah.
All right. Coloring Pixels Collection 1.
Now that's dirty.
Stay tuned for the next one.
That's right.
Farm Tycoon, which that sounds like it's been out forever. Like Farm Tycoon.
There's Tycoon everything.
Yeah.
It'll be like
Are you thinking
Barnyard
Roller
Tycoon,
Coaster
and
Tycoon?
Animal Tycoon, and
Yeah, I feel like Farm Tycoon on the PC.
Farm Barn Tycoon.
All right. Freezer Pops.
That is a dirty game. That's
Wow.
not a lie.
All right.
Know what I mean?
I'll
That's
show it to you
not a
later.
milk pop.
Oh my god,
Huh?
this is perfect. I need someone to review that game.
Oh, and it's dirty. You got it.
I'll tell you about it after this
All
segment.
right,
I'll
uh,
let Luby Hill get through it.
The Jade Order. All right, we'll go through it. Mechanic.
That's so good.
Mechanic battle. They're working on your car.
Yeah,
You know.
They did a Luby Hill in the new Jackass movie, actually.
they did.
Ogre console edition. I guess Ogre's been out on the PC for a while.
That's correct.
All right. Pixel Game Maker Series Kingdom Fighter.
Whoa.
You're good. Your volume's good.
Yeah.
Fatality.
Just in time for June. Pride Dance Out and Proud.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Down with that. It's cool. Sakura Succubus 5.
Succubus.
It's down with it. I'm down with that. It's cool.
Yeah. Senrin Star Banka.
Senran Banka.
Or is that Senrin Asterisk?
You don't pronounce it. Why they use that, I don't know.
Right. Super Toy Cars Off Road. Is that the big wheel type cars, or is that the little matchbook?
No, it's like it is toy cars, but in
But they're super
like
and they're off road, so it's got like the Tonka ones,
Beep,
then,
beep.
right?
yes, but it's in like childlike environments, but off road.
So like sandboxes.
Yeah, like filled with like cat turds and stuff.
Yeah. All right. We're on the same page here. I don't know what the heck this word is. Toon Cars Racer.
It's a made up word.
I mean,
yeah.
cars is spelled wrong. They have tune in front.
That's
of
the
it.
European spelling.
Oh.
They spell it with a K over there.
Okay.
Beep beep.
There's more words I don't know. Tukin Ranbu Warriors.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that like some sort of Polynesian thing?
I don't believe so. No, I believe it's like Edo period Japan or something like that.
That's close to Polynesia.
Okay, all right.
We'll go with it. Twin Blades of the Three Kingdoms.
Not enough blades for Three Kingdoms.
That's true.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
I didn't think about that.
That's what they're fighting about.
Video World. I mean, that's
Okay.
just Facebook and YouTube.
That's
right.
right.
There. Video
And
World.
other sites.
And the demo for Silt.
Silt, yes. Looks really cool.
Game
Honestly.
name Silt.
Like
Finger?
like dirt.
Is that it? Yeah. it's like
that is
underwater
Nintendo
sludge
UK.
Crap. Thank you. Europe, not just the UK. Come on, you're a worldly man. You know better than that.
Yep.
And that's that. That's all we. Oh, so here, I'm gonna read to you.
Do it.
Do it. About freezer pops.
I saw the some imagery
Oh, you looked it up.
in Discord. Kolma shared.
Oh, okay.
I think Kolma shared. Yeah,
Was it hot?
it looks pretty hot.
It was.
Looks like I need a freezer
hot.
pop to cool down.
All right. So you saw the picture. So you got
Some
it's
beefy
on sale now
dudes.
too.
They look a little
Spicy, spicy meat.
After Species Spicy Meat, yeah.
Mhm,
After Brazilian game developer Alexander loses his university scholarship and his roommate decides to travel the world, he's faced with an unexpected challenge, paying the rent for his apartment all by himself. Desperate for a quick solution, he picks up on a tip that selling gourmet freezer pops at the beach nearby could rake in the extra funds. Freezer Pops is a visual novel where you take the role of Alexander as he takes as he tries to take control of his career and his love life. Visit locals throughout the neighborhood and the beach, meet romanceable guys, and get ready. ...
Sounds
So
great.
It's like being a mailman, just at the beach.
You got
mean,
an
if-
exciting
Oh,
life.
yeah.
Put in my
So if you really do want to review that, I need
Yes.
someone to
I've
review.
got a
Sure.
package.
Half.
I'm kind of staying away from asking the staff that does reviews to do the adult games, but I did
I got
one.
Because we don't know how old they are.
I
can
know. I'm
handle
just
it.
I don't
Now,
teasing
I'm
you.
in-
I don't
in-
want to make them uncomfortable.
I'm intrigued. Is it like half Diner Dash, half Sexy Dude?
I think
like
it's
the
going to be
popsicle
almost
part?
all like narrative based.
Oh, I want it to be like, taco, burrito.
I don't think it's like
Guacamole.
that game.
Oh
No.
my God,
What was the name of that game?
is great.
And it was on Shockwave, right? That was like just
Yeah.
Oh,
Taco
a.
Joe.
Oi. Thank you.
Um,
But the Kirby mini
I think it
game,
was on Newgrounds.
yes, gave me lots
Oh,
of
okay.
like flashbacks to that.
Yes,
and
yes,
I
yes.
loved
That's
it.
really funny.
Well, we can talk about this later. All right, that's it.
It's
Stu,
terrible.
what have you been playing?
It's terrible. I
Nothing.
have been playing. No, I've got something.
Oh.
For you. Jeez.
I was going to say you've been.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
No,
didn't
I
mean
was going to
upset
say
you.
I thought you've been very busy lately.
I have been busy, but I did have 5 minutes for something.
Busy.
I played
Hi,
Trek,
Tamakota.
Trek to Yomi. Do I have Yomi?
You played that?
I mean, I played a level of it. I
Just
played
a
it for like
Yomi?
30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, it was on Games Pass, so I hate to admit that, but it was, and I like the vibe of it. It's like a side-scrolling samurai game kind of thing, and it's in black and white, and it's got like a real kind of classic, like Kurosawa film feel, but it's very like one-dimensional. Again, I only played about 45 minutes, but like the 2 levels that I played were really one-dimensional there, and it was not all that enthralling.
I heard it's very much style over substance.
Yeah, and it wasn't smooth. Like Nintendo has me spoiled with like smooth graphics and smooth gameplay and like clicking a button and having the responsiveness of it and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's how I don't know how you like going from Metroid Dread to like Red Dead. Like the controls are so different.
Well, the games are so different.
That's true,
I would
true.
say, do I have Tubi? I forgot the name of the game already, and I'm not looking at my
Trek
phone
to
again.
Yomi?
Do I Trek to Tubi? Thank you, Bateman. So yeah, Trek to Yomi is more similar to Metroid Dread, and all I could think of was like if Nintendo did a game like this, it would be awesome. Like it would be so cool. If the controls were smooth and if the graphics were like if it was just a smooth experience, because it did, it left you wanting.
Yeah. The reviews have been mixed. I don't want to say it's gotten poor reviews. It's not like anybody's saying the game's bad, but everyone's like, for as nice as it looks, it's not as great to play.
And it's no Ghost of Tsushima. That's a game, let me tell you.
Is that all you played?
Yeah, that's all I played.
Kirby?
This is going to be my last. I think this is going to be my final update on playing Nirvana Pilot Yume on the Switch.
I got nervous you were going to say final podcast.
Oh no!
It's my final
Hopefully
day
not.
as a friend of all of yours.
It is my last day on this planet.
Well,
yes,
let me hear. Let me hear more of your erotic adventures.
Right, I played the game a little. I've been playing the game a little bit more recently, and I've now managed to get one of the. So the game has multiple endings. I think I managed to get one of the better ones, and I've played through all the actual like. Oh, thank you. I played through all the actual like racing tracks in the game at this point. So as far as I'm concerned, I've basically beat this game. I don't really.
You put in your time.
Yeah, if you need to be able to like beat every single track in order to get like the perfect ending, then I'm not interested.
The game has to be like much more fun for you to want to do that.
Yeah, and also like I mentioned in previous episodes that like I'm pretty sure the second track in this game is broken. I also forgot to mention that if you can't beat a track, you're still allowed to continue. I don't know how many tracks you need to like lose before you get like a game over, but at some point, like before I delete this game, I want to like make you play the second level.
Oh, I'm ready.
The second track, because there is an arcade mode where you can just play like the racing tracks.
Oh, you got the one with nudity, right?
Yes.
All right.
I'm playing the adult version.
My body is ready.
For anyone who doesn't already know, this game is basically like a erotic sci-fi visual novel crossed with like a like arcade style racing game. Very very basic racing, but
very bodacious boobies.
It's not. It's not very good. It's
Stinky wiggle
I've talked
feet.
about how rough the game is, and I only paid $2 for it, and I still don't feel it's worth it.
The game is rough.
The game likes it rough.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. We got to get you something good next.
Well, I what I should do is get back into playing Link's Awakening, but I got stuck after the first like 2 dungeons. Anyway, and we most of us played the Rift Tracks game.
Oh, that's
last
right.
time
We
we
did
were
play
here.
that. I was thinking we could play that again today. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I was involved.
You familiar with Rift Tracks, you two?
I am, but unfortunately, I can't stick around for much longer after the podcast.
Sucks to be in.
It does. I'm sorry.
You are not familiar with it? It's Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, it's something I.
But you play it.
You get to make your own
would
rules.
And the best
like
part
to
is
do
it
that.
actually has an automated voice that reads out your
You
answers.
know, I would
sounds
counter
great.
that as not the best part. In fact, I wanted to talk about this.
Oh, here we go.
Well, you lost your chance. Your turn.
Also,
I did
Sorry.
lose my
Time out that it
chance.
was Taco Joe and it was on Shockwave. I
There you
looked it
go.
up.
I was right.
Shockwave. I said. You said
Well,
Newgrounds.
Newgrounds. It's
Well,
made with Shockwave.
Whatever.
Yes, go
Continue.
ahead. I'll
You
allow
go
you
ahead.
some
I'm
time.
sorry.
I was just gonna say, it's the robot voice doesn't read it like I read it in my head, and I swear I'm funnier than that. And Nicky Hill won both games, and he didn't even know what he was
Oh
doing.
man, I'm so excited for
The
this.
scariest part is, so it reads everybody's answers, but it also includes an answer from the actual Rift Tracks team, and that is read by a real person instead of a robot. And Nicky Hill honestly could not tell which one was the real person, and I thought he was joking at first, and we realized he really meant it. He was like, "It sounds really
That
good."
was
I
more
don't know which one it
entertaining
is."
to me than the actual game.
I think. Hear me out. I think Nicky Hill might be some kind of like comedy genius.
Yes, yes. Or you're saying
Or like
idiot
savant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It went harsher.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Is that all you played, Kirby?
I played like Wordle. That's about it.
Nice. How's it going? Streak?
How was today's Wordle?
Oh, this one today's was really hard. It took me like 6 guesses.
I got into 4. Suck it. Just
Whoa,
kidding.
It's okay. My
That's
girlfriend
not
got
nice.
in 3. So
Wow! Burn!
It happened. It happened.
Well, but
Bam!
do you have the most
Mic
exciting
drop.
family text chain known to
Our
man?
text chain is nuts.
Where
with family.
everyone does the Wordle and then my aunt just goes, okay.
She always has to reply to, and
Sometimes
she's playing.
it's okay, period. Sometimes it's
It's not
exclamation
like she
point.
doesn't like it because she's playing the game too, but every time she replies,
She feels the
with
need to
something.
acknowledge
I love it.
people's submission.
But like, if
Right,
somebody like submits their answer and they got it in like 4 tries and they're like happy about it, she's like, okay. You're like, oh,
Just okay, Jan.
Okay.
Mhm.
Nintendo, or I'm sorry, Mom Brain, what have you been playing?
Penny and Flo.
How's it going?
Great.
That's it, right?
Mhm.
Okay, Lube, what have you been playing?
A little bit of Fortnite, and I'm pretty much wrapping up Skyrim, which I started again back in January.
Audience members, wrapping up
Yeah, right.
literally means
Another month.
wrapping up. No, but it literally means wrapping up every single thing you could do in this game for Lube. So
I got like 1 miscellaneous quest left, which is an unmarked find the stones quest, and yeah, that's about it. From the anniversary edition, all the DLCs done, main quest done, all the vanilla quests done, except for 1, and that's it.
You might be the only person in the world to complete
Oh,
Skyrim.
no.
I know everybody
Oh,
plays
no.
it, but
Don't worry, I'm
I've
on all
seen
these
it, yeah.
Skyrim forums, and there are a lot of people who have still done a lot more than I have.
they've
done.
had-
Koboon says, I didn't think you could beat it.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, you could talk to people and they'll give you plain vanilla quests forever.
Stop. You violated the law.
Yeah, that too.
and you can max out every skill tree. I just found that out from
Yeah.
Lube today.
So, but I'm
Must have
George.
been the
I got to
wind.
move on to something else.
That was, yeah. Did you not know that George was one of the voices?
Maybe we should.
No idea. George, how come you've been holding out on us?
I'll ask the people
My
in chat right now.
lives.
I'm on the fence of starting Outer Worlds or Elden Ring. So, which one should I do?
You're gonna hate Elden Ring. You're gonna love the world of Elden Ring, but you're gonna hate Elden Ring.
It's gonna be tough. I know it's gonna be tough.
How
I'm
about
ready
this?
for a
Go into
challenge.
Elden Ring and never do any bosses and just wander around.
I do
Then
like
you will
that.
love it.
Is there any
Alright.
jumping in Elden Ring?
There is jumping,
I have
Oh.
seen that.
and there is
but-
jumping on a horse. So.
Yeah, or a beast.
Listen,
like
Elden
horse.
Ring's open world is fantastic, but
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna have fun with the bosses.
No, I know I won't.
Well, report back next time you're here. I'd be interested
I'm
to see if
thinking
you
of
tried
just doing open world for 500 hours until I'm so leveled up that the bosses won't be as big of a challenge.
and that will still not be true. Nintendo, I don't. You tell me. You were the other day. You were like, I gotta play something, so I got something to talk about.
So I didn't play something yesterday, but
Okay.
so the last thing I played was Kirby.
Oh yeah, you
And it
played
was a
that
delight.
start to finish.
Now, let me say, I couldn't put it down every waking moment. I stayed up very late to finish it. It was the ending.
Kirby endings are nuts.
Lots of anxiety and required like a lot of muscle. I feel like I woke.
So
Mr.
Kirby
Nintendo up.
game endings are pretty notorious for being like
It's not the end. It's
wild.
not the end. It's not the end.
But this, are we far enough out that we could talk about it?
Mm.
So I was saying there. All right. So like you said, it's not the end. It's not
Mhm.
the end. When you get to the facility and there's the giant animal guy, let's say, and then you defeat him, and then it becomes that thing. I was like, this is like a Resident Evil game. What the hell's going on here?
And it kept going.
And then
going.
after that, somehow it gets way crazier.
Yeah.
You're like,
I was
I want
sweating.
to say things, but I don't want to spoil. But the ending, you're doing things, and you're like, this is
Yes,
insanity.
I was literally like, it was like, I don't know, 12:30. Dan was Mr. Nintendo was asleep, and I was like, oh my god! And I'm like going like this and like moving my feet.
When you're,
Can I say oh my god?
no, I was looking for her
I
to
was
hit the oh
scared.
my god.
Oh, I was like, is this blasphemous?
Oh my god!
There we go.
Oh my god! But I really enjoyed all of the things that Kirby could eat and turn into. It was so cute. I love all the little like side challenges. There's a lot of replay value. There's
a ton, yeah.
I cannot say anything bad about it.
The family trait. Did you cry at the end?
Of course I did.
So did
It was
I. It's
very
the
moving.
First Kirby game where I cried when that thing happens right at the end and the thing's
I think you're-
closing. I'm like,
I think you're also exhausted after your battles, and you just
well, I
gotta let it
knew.
out.
I figured it was going to be a crazy end because that's how Kirby games are. But even this one for me, I was like, I can't. Like the last 20 minutes would seem, if somebody told it to you, you'd be like, you're an insane person. This is
Well,
not happening.
and my coworker finished it before me, and she's like, I wept. And I was like, oh
definitely
god!
cried.
And then
I
you told me
definitely
that, and I
cried.
was like, I don't know if I want to finish it.
I get emotional at games all the time, just from music and stuff, but never from a story. Has a Kirby game
I
made
mean,
me cry.
it was very moving.
It was happening. So you see what's going on. I'm like, don't do what I think
Well, and
you're
I
gonna
said,
do.
I was saying it out loud, like, don't do it. Don't you do it.
I was sitting there and I'm watching. I'm like, don't do this to me.
It was a lot to handle.
But
But
it's good.
and then I asked what I should play. You didn't answer me.
Yeah, I was. I was a
Mr.
little busy.
Nintendo said Eastward. Do you agree or disagree with that recommendation?
I am so shocked that he likes
Well,
that
you know he's
game.
unpredictable. So
y- it's a tough one. I think it's going to have more talking than you would want.
Oh,
in
I
the
don't
game.
want that.
Yeah, it's like action. Again, we're talking about Eastward, which is a fantastic game. But so the gameplay is like Zelda, but there is a
Yes.
lot of talking.
So that's why he thinks I'd like it. I think because of the
The
Zelda
gameplay
part, but-
aspect is like Zelda, without a doubt.
So what
and
is-
there's puzzles and stuff like
I
that.
love a puzzle. So what's your recommendation
Just me personally,
to me? Yes.
to you.
For me.
I'm on the fence
Play to
for
the
you.
judge.
Yeah, for you, I'm on the fence because you'll really like the gameplay, but the talking, there's
No,
a
I mean
lot.
pick something else.
Oh,
Yeah. So I. don't
oh,
know
we're
what I-
already eliminating that one.
Well, I'm not eliminating.
What
I
are you
just wanna
looking
know.
for? I don't know.
You know what I like. I like
Uh,
puzzles. I like
Webbed.
webbed.
You
No,
might like
Too
web.
difficult.
No. You might like. It's about a little spider that has like it basically flings around levels with like his web. So you
Mhm.
swing on it, and it's got a dedicated what's it, hug button?
Oh, I love it
Or
already.
kiss button or dance button? Dance button.
I was going
that's
to
what
say
it is.
dance,
All
yeah,
right.
but then I thought I
Um,
don't always pay attention to games I'm playing. So
And then he also shoots lasers, because why not?
Okay.
And
Is
you
it-
can like web onto like flying bugs and stuff and fly through the air. You can grab on to leaves and parachute with them. And
you say,
I mean, you can try it
little
later.
baby spiders and they crawl around your body. While
Yes.
you...
Oh, that sounds nice.
See, but I think you also like games that have really interesting stories.
Yes.
You're not inundated with the story.
Yeah, I don't want to like long cut scenes. I don't want lots of talking that I have to skip
Did you
through.
do Firewatch or?
Have you played Firewatch?
Tell
You
me.
would like Firewatch.
Tell
It's a
me
good
what
one.
it's about. I don't think
It's
so.
about a guy who's in a fire watchtower for a summer, and he's talking to.
I played this once, and I feel like it was here. Obviously,
I played a little
Probably.
yeah,
bit of it.
a little
You
bit of it.
almost
Yeah.
finished it here, yeah.
Did I?
Yes,
you
yes,
were
I
close.
remember playing it here.
Okay.
I like.
You tried Undertale and you gave up on it.
I love. Give me something with like Mega Man vibes.
Mega Man.
You know, like
vibes.
a classic.
Oh
but
yeah,
fresh-
this is what am I-
classically frustrating. That's
what
what,
am I
I
doing?
like.
Because I should look at the chat here. They're
Metroid
suggesting
Dread.
They're saying it's SteamWorld game. Do love SteamWorld. I love
SteamWorld
SteamWorld.
Dig
SteamWorld
is
Dig is
excellent.
fantastic, and the sequel's really good too. Gunvolt Burst is the best answer. It's literally not a Mega Man game made by the people who used to make Mega Man. That's the perfect answer. Good job, Solid Masterling. Yeah, Nintendo, you're right too. When that comes out, Alec Head. Oh my God, Cuphead! Yes,
I think she would get too
Mega Man
frustrated playing
style,
Cuphead.
but it is only
I'm
boss
calmer
fights.
now. I'm old.
It's really,
There's a
really-
couple platforming levels, but it's boss fights. But it's you said
I
frustrating.
love a boss fight.
Well then, all right, Cuphead's a good one too. Good job, guys. You're way better at
Screenshot
this.
this. Thank you, everyone.
Koboon said Yoku's Island Adventure, which you would love, and it's a great game. It's about it's like a pinball platformer about a little creature
I love creatures.
that's like delivering mail.
Oh.
It's great. It's a great game. Award winning. Kolma says Yoku's Island Express is effing fantastic. Pinball Metroidvania. There you go. That's a great way to describe it. So there.
Pinball
I mean, we'll
Metroidvania.
play stuff later. You're sticking around for a while, right?
I suppose.
Okay. Okay.
All
What did you play, RMC?
Oh my God! Thank you. Oh my God!
Did
Thank
anybody
you,
ask
Dude.
George what he
George,
played?
what have you been playing? Nothing. Nope.
I'm playing with my limes. There's no time for games.
No time for games. Can't drop these limes. What have I been playing? Deux saw me play a good amount of Pac-Man. So it's okay. Here's a great guessing
I
game. for
heard
everyone
you
but
play a good amount of Pac-Man. Holy cow!
What did
that
I
song.
say? What did I say? I said, "Are you sure you don't mind if I put it on the TV?" You said, you
No, I
mind.
didn't, and I still didn't mind. I was just it was comment about
Yeah.
that one song and that one part of the game.
Lube, Kirby, Nintendo, and I think Mom Brain. How old is Pac-Man? He just celebrated an anniversary.
Okay, are we gonna talk about like Pac-Man, like the game,
Since-
or like Pac-Man lore, like how old?
No. We are talking about when Pac-Man,
400
Pac-Man,
years.
Pac-Man lore and Pac-Man real life are the same age.
Okay, just wanted to
45.
clarify.
45.
That was my guess.
You're all guessing.
Okay, that's
now
my
Price is
guess.
Right rules matter. That's your guess.
You have to
I
do
said that was
you
my
have to
guess.
do a
All right, so
different
I'm going to
guess.
say 45 means what year? 1970. Something.
Well, we were born in
It means your
77.
45th year.
So we'll be 40.
Oh man. I'm going to give it 47.
45, 47,
I'll just go even 50.
50,
I'll say
I'm
50.
going to say 42.
42.
Oh my God!
And if I was Bob Barker, not Drew Carey, I would give you $500 out of my pocket because you got it exactly right. He's 42 years old. So in honor of the 42nd anniversary, well, Bandai Namco put out what I said
Also,
was
they also called him Puck-Man.
they did. They put out what I say is a banger of a song to celebrate its anniversary. I really like that song.
Yeah, that song was awesome.
But also they put out Pac-Man Museum Plus, which is a collection of, I want to say 13 or 14 Pac-Man games throughout history. So you have the original Pac-Man, the games that are very much like the original Pac-Man, weird platformer spin-offs of Pac-Man, like all games that existed throughout Pac-Man's history. So there's hits and misses in there. But it's a great collection. It's a great collection to see all the different weird kinds of stuff Pac-Man's been in.
You may have gotten this from the title of the game, but be wary. You have to be a Pac-Man fan because I didn't realize how much I guess I don't really like Pac-Man. And I mean, all respect, with peace and love, I like what he's done for the industry. But yeah, I just, that format of the original Pac-Man game, I don't care for. This has a lot of other Pac-Man type games. Still didn't like them, but was happy to watch RMC play them.
Thank you. Hopefully people don't need that warning of you have to like Pac-Man.
Yeah,
to play
right.
Pac-Man Museum, but yeah, it's. I mean, there's way more Pac-Man games in this collection that I like than I don't like. When Pac-Man originally came out and was a huge hit, Bandai Namco was like, well, we got to do more Pac-Man. And they did Miss Pac-Man, which is great. But then they got into the weeds with like, how do we make Pac-Man better? And they're like, we put keys in the mazes and we put different foods and we put gates that you have to unlock.
Give him
and
a gun.
Yeah, they just started doing a whole bunch of weird stuff with it. So, but then they came back to their senses. And there's a lot of really interesting, fun Pac-Man games on there if you like Pac-Man. I also played some Final Vendetta, which is a beat 'em up that's coming to the Switch. I think it comes out June 17th. I have a review copy that I'm playing. I only played the first 2 levels. I was saying to Deux, the soundtrack's great. The developer said they put a lot of time into the soundtrack. It's great. Feels great. Uh-oh, I've been spotted. Oh, it's you. You did.
Well, they were commenting how great you looked, and it's even better with your twin.
It's great. So the music is great. The gameplay is good. Like, it's a good beat 'em up, but I need a beat 'em up to have sounds that are good. Like, when I'm punching somebody, I want it to connect. Like, I want to feel that feeling. And the sound effects for the punching and kicking just don't do it for me here. But the graphics are nice. It's pixelated graphics.
Do you know a song about kicking and punching?
Parappa the Rapper.
Oh, kick punch.
Kick,
yeah.
Punch.
Yeah.
He said
all in the
kicking
mind.
and punching, and for some reason
it's all in the mind. He was keeping it inside.
Man, Chop Master Onion will be so upset with me that I didn't realize that. Forgot his training. Yeah, it was I got a lot of things. I got a lot more to play. But we'll see. I also played Fortnite, which I've been trying to get someone here at the table into, but they won't play.
Listen, I played for a while.
You
and
did
then
make
I
a
fell
good
off
point.
the
You
wagon.
said we play late.
And you play late at night, and I'm an old
We
woman.
do.
That is true.
And I have a corporation to
Well,
serve
we do
for.
what we do at 9 to 11.
What day?
They haven't been
Weekend
open
day?
Weekdays.
at
No,
9 to
weekdays.
11.
Mhm.
So she didn't get the late night gene, huh?
I go.
Like,
I go
I think she
sleeps.
would have the late night gene if she wasn't working.
Yeah,
But if
I
there's
do
some-
like naps and
my
such.
dad doesn't have the late night gene until now. Now he's up until like 1 or 2. But back in the
Retirement,
day,
baby.
it was like,
Okay.
8, 9
Gotta
o'clock.
get
I
him
think it's
playing
because
Fortnite.
mom's up until dawn, and then
Yeah, so you're not wrong. If you're gonna play with family, family starts playing at 11 or later.
oh
so.
boy, no, I'm in Betty Bye.
Nintendo says, I love naps. I love naps. I love every kind of nap. Well, I don't love naps, but I nowadays take naps. So what are you going to do? I think that's all I played that I can talk about.
Ooh.
Scandalous.
I'm trying to decide if I can talk about something. I should not. I don't want to get myself in trouble. So that's that. Looking forward to stuff. Oh, you know what I keep meaning to do because I'm a stupid farting idiot. I want to read. I want to make sure you guys know that. First off, thank you so much for the support of the features on the site because you guys are really. I've seen the numbers. I've seen
Numbers.
I've seen the numbers, and you guys are putting a lot of time into reading our exclusive features, which is a whole new thing for GoNintendo. So thank you so much for doing it. But here are the features. We have new features every farting day. Original content. So we had a review of Boreal Tenebrae, which is a really interesting looking game. I'll let you read the review. We also did a special feature on Super Mario Galaxy 2. How it needs to be. It came out 12 years ago, and it wasn't included in the Super Mario All Stars collection. And this writer thinks we need an HD re-release of it. We have a review of Princess Farmer. We have a feature on WarioWare since it's WarioWare's anniversary. And we have a review of KO the Kangaroo. So you can check all that out today. We'll have the podcast, and then we have an interview coming up soon with the developers behind the Big Con, and maybe someone else. I can't talk about it.
Oh man,
I thought somebody would pick up on it.
Nope.
Not me. I stopped
Me?
paying attention.
Who, me?
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention either.
That's
Sorry.
all right. Never mind. Then it'll be a surprise for you too. But yeah, also thank you so much for the support on the Lena Rain interview. That went great. Did I send that to you? Yeah, I did.
Yes.
I did. That interview got a lot of coverage, which is awesome because she talked about how I talked with her about how I don't think game music gets enough damn credit, and she agrees. And this is coming from a BAFTA nominated composer. I don't think she won it, but she's won other stuff. She's won a Game Awards award for her soundtrack on Celeste, and she's won a whole bunch of other awards. And she just did her first soundtrack for a movie.
World's
the best.
singer.
That's right. Josh is a fan of music. He appreciates music. Josh, are we ever going to get you singing on a game soundtrack? Beautiful, Josh. I'll take it. So yeah, thank you for the support on the features. There's the features we have this past week. All right, let's do questions.
Questions.
Stupid. Send your questions to goninpod@gmail.com.
What's that address?
Where? goninpod@gmail.com. They can be about Nintendo. They can be about video games, or they can be about
Life.
Whatever the hell you
There
want.
you go. This question comes from Nachos. Obligatory preface. Been listening to the podcast for years. I want to say that I love all of you. Well, thank you. We love you too. When comparing the Switch to earlier generations, should sales numbers of the console and handheld at the time be combined to account for what the system did to their market? Do you think Nintendo has taken advantage of condensing home and handheld hardware and software teams since the release of Switch? All right, so let's break this down. Should sales numbers of the console and handheld at the time be combined to account for what the system did to their market? No, because
Yeah, I
there
get the point behind the question, but I don't think it quite fits.
I mean, there's people like Lube would never buy a portable.
No, I don't
But he
count
owns
the
a Switch.
Yeah, I don't count that as a portable.
Exactly.
I only play it on my TV.
Yeah, there's people who don't want portables and there's people who don't want consoles. Like over in Japan, portables do much better than consoles do. But yeah, the Switch is the sweet spot for both because
Yeah.
it does both. So yeah, when you're talking about the legacy systems, no, I don't think so.
Yeah,
but
no, that's a good question, but I would only count the Switch as a console. No, I wouldn't.
I think people count it as whatever they
And
use.
I
it
don't
as.
think the Switch kills portables.
No.
Yeah, I don't. I don't see
And
it like
as
that.
they're saying, Nintendo combined their portable and console divisions because they didn't need two divisions anymore. And yeah, I think that has led to better, not that Nintendo ever had bad quality games, but better quality games. And now they can focus all their manpower and output on literally one system. Now, in the future, is Nintendo going to do a console and portable separately again? They certainly could.
Yeah,
there are
outside the realm of
there's
possibility.
plenty of companies who said portable writing is on the wall. Nobody's buying portables anymore because they got iPhones and Androids and all. Like Sony said, we're getting out of the portable business because nobody wants that stuff
they never
anymore.
really
Well,
got
nobody
into
wanted
the
that
portable
PSP,
business.
come
I
on.
mean,
The
of
PSP did
course.
well. The PSP
They
did
had
very
Crisis
well.
Core, and that's about it.
The PSP sold very well. The Vita sold less than it, but it didn't do terribly. But Sony got out, and Sony got out and they saved face by saying, you know, everybody's got phones and all this crap. They don't want portables anymore. And then Nintendo's like, let's double down on portables, and it paid off for them. So, who knows what the hell's going to happen in the future? If you look at what people want from a Switch successor right now, everyone's begging for the same thing. They're saying a more powerful Switch. That's all that we want. Do Switch 2. We wanted to do exactly the same stuff. We love what the Switch does. Just make it more powerful. Whether Nintendo does that, I don't know. It's not like Nintendo hasn't done that in the past. They have done systems that did better graphics, but they still improved on controllers too. And Nintendo's lifeblood is marching to the beat of their own drum. So Nintendo will never just say, this was a hit, let's do it again. So, and it's to their success and their detriment. So I don't know. Nintendo's going to Nintendo. That's the best way to put it. I don't know what's going to happen.
But you think if they just gave us something that was, like better graphics or like more powerful, whatever, and didn't have some new innovative thing, people would be like, whoa, it doesn't do anything else.
The majority of people,
lost their touch.
the majority of people you hear online would be happy with it, because that's what they want. But that's not the greater. That doesn't look at the whole expanded audience. Like the expanded audience is going to be like, oh, the Switch 2 has better graphics. I want it. They want like a controller. They don't know what they want. They're going to see something and know that they want that. The problem is combining that with the audience that wants.
You stupid kids don't know what you want. That's why you're still kids, because you're stupid.
So I don't know what's going to happen. But if it's Nintendo, I would be shocked if they just did a Switch 2, because that would be so un-Nintendo.
Yeah.
They would have a system that supports the Joy-Con and replays Switch software, but it would do its own thing too. Maybe it would still be a hybrid, but they'd have a controller that does something different. Just like, you know, the Wii and the Wii U, for as much as the Wii U didn't take off, it supported the Wii.
Right.
And you could play your Wii games on there, and you could use the Wii remote and all that. So who knows? This is where we're coming out of the phase where Nintendo can just. The truth is, Nintendo always says whenever they put out a new system, that's the first day they start working on their next system. And that's true. That's what they do. But they know once a system's a hit, they got a few years there where it's smooth sailing. Now we're coming out of that period. The system is still killing it. It's still number one. But now is, you're getting to the time where you're only going to be able to reach so many more consumers. So they're thinking more about how they parlay this success into their next system. So who the hell knows what happens? Launch with a Zelda game. That's what we said. I don't think it works.
The key to
I'm
success.
pretty sure that's the way I'll go.
P.S. I never considered myself easily disturbed, but I think Doki Doki Literature Club proved that wrong.
Disturbed.
You
It's
played it.
disturbing. It's very disturbing.
They say, please don't interpret that
And
as a
I-
negative. I adore the Switch and its success. Just something that crossed my mind.
Stayed up very late to finish that.
Maybe lock the door and turn the
Let me guess.
lights
RMC
down
told you to play it.
Mm-hmm. And then I was stuck here till like 3 a.m.
Well, who else would tell them to play it? Nobody tells anybody anything.
Nobody should tell anybody to play that.
Only
I'm scarred
Monica.
for life.
Thank you for that email. Also, we have a Patreon question. Mom Brain, did you know that you could join the Patreon?
For $1.
For $1. Thank you, Billy. Turbo K says how that F-Zero is a play on Formula One or F1 racing.
Today years old.
That's what they said. They
Holy
said they were
cow.
today
Is that
years old,
true?
and I am
Yeah.
also today years old.
39 and 11
then.
months.
It's
Jesus.
futuristic racing. That has to be why, right?
Wow.
I've never
Wouldn't
until
it
I
be
read this
F2
question.
then if it's futuristic?
Oh my God! Would
So
it?
Captain Falcon's in another universe, like where it's like a long time ago in a galaxy far away kind of thing.
Well, there is I don't know the exact details, but there's a connection between someone in F-Zero's universe and Star Fox.
Yeah, because Star Fox's dad or whatever.
Yeah,
is a racer in F-Zero.
but he's
Yeah,
like
we
a-
all know the conspiracy theories.
He's a human though, isn't he? Somebody in the chat. I'm sure
What?
Kolma knows everything.
Man.
I'm sure Kolma knows.
I'm feeling pretty glonky right now.
I believe we've talked about that on a podcast a long
Well,
time
we
ago.
have had 823 podcasts.
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess at one point we talked about the Star Fox F-Zero connection. There he
There he
is.
is.
There he is.
That's Fox hair
Holy
right
cow.
there.
He looks great. Look at that.
James
Guile and
McLeod
Val
and
Kilmer.
F-Zero GX. There you go. So Star Fox's dad. I'm sorry, Star Fox's dad. What am I, a noob? Fox's dad was a male human.
No, please.
Does
call
that
him
mean his
Star
mother
Fox's
was
dad.
a female fox?
I thought you were going to say male stripper. And looking at that picture, maybe.
I would
Do
go
it.
see it. Get a load of
Freezer
this.
pops, baby.
This is how he looks in F-Zero X. He looks handsome there too.
Not his hair needs work.
Now, is it an alternate dimension?
He looks like
or is that
Jungle
really
Rat
his
Rob.
father? Or did his father get sucked into an alternate
man, we
dimension?
talked all about this like 700 episodes.
All right, so tell me
ago.
then.
I don't remember.
You're the Wikipedia king. You should know all this stuff.
I love how Lube is here like once every 6 months, and it's a conversation that he's had on the show.
He's been here for all the important conversations.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for bringing that F-Zero knowledge to our attention. Is it true? We don't know. Does it make sense? It certainly does. Mom Brain.
I have spoken.
Yes, goodbye to the soundboard. Hello to the music. Send your music to goninpod@gmail.com. Oh, wait. No, we were supposed to do the song first. Oh, it's on your laptop, isn't it?
It's too hard to get to.
It's over,
All right, so we're doing it live this time? Oh, okay.
Don't lie.
Send your music to goninpod@gmail.com. Goninpod@gmail.com.
Where?
Please put music.
I got music. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Oh.
Thank you. Please put music in the title. Thank you, to help Mom Brain out. And who doesn't want to help Mom Brain? All I hear
I can think
about
of some
is
people.
we miss Mom Brain when she's not here. Mom Brain's the best, so help the lady out. If you love her so damn much, put music in the title. I think you
Wow.
guys are.
I
I'm
mean,
sure you are. Yeah.
Everybody's
So
really,
thank you. Thank you. Mom
everybody's
Brain
doing a
appreciates
great
it.
job.
Mom Brain, let's do it. 5 out of 5 this week. 6 out of 9.
6
baby.
out of 9. You mean? Okay.
Sucked it up.
Oh, okay.
If he's sucking it up, what am I doing? Because I got nothing.
I'm looking for a specific one that I've been sitting on because I've been waiting for Lube to come. By
Battle
the way,
tank.
Lube,
Hatch
do
that
not
egg.
look at my computer.
Turok, Battle Tanks.
Yeah, don't ruin it.
Dog
for
Island.
me.
Project Hammer.
Oh.
This
Sad.
first song comes from Mikey3319. Let me just make sure there's not an ad. There is an ad for some bras. Hold on.
Support the Tatas.
And here we go.
That's Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
It sure is.
That's amazing.
It's still true.
Is this before or after you get the Loxley shield?
This is the main music that plays throughout like the entire game.
Lube, I have a whole bunch of formative friend memories in my head, and formative, even though some of them are decades, or not even a decade old. Watching you play that game,
I can't believe it glitched out at that part too. I would have beaten it that
He
night.
put in so much time with this game on a regular NES, and it was going great, and then the game just glitched and it ruined his whole.
Yeah.
But that is one of my, not the glitch is one of my favorite memories, but watching you play that. What?
They're static.
Oh, who submitted that first
I
song?
got nothing over here.
That was Mikey 3319.
Mikey 3319. Thank you.
This
so
is
much.
your laptop. Remember, there's something up with your laptop. Hit me with the music.
This one comes from Geku Kitsune, who says, "Is that what I sound like?"
Oh, I know this. Night in the Woods.
Yeah.
Die Anywhere Else, baby.
Did you play this game? That's a game
I
you
would
should
have
play.
suggested that. I assumed that she'd already played it.
Great game.
I sent RMC a picture of the main character cat's face on an actual cat's body, and it was really funny.
I wish I remembered the lyrics.
Anywhere else, do 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 do.
You would love this.
Die anywhere else.
Do I own this already?
Yes.
I'm sure I told you to play it.
Looks very cute.
It's great.
Wah, wah, wah. Wah. Kolma, that gif is great.
I love that gif. Just the cat is
Yeah.
always
And
great,
Bob
but he's
with the,
crying.
yeah, I know. So good. Great game. I guess I should say Squig, just in case he doesn't want his name on here. Squig played it and really liked it too. All right.
So
two
that
for
was
two,
Night in
baby.
the Woods on the Switch from Geku Kitsune.
We got songs for everybody today.
6 out of 9. Wow. This one comes from HH Big Boss, who is the artist
Oh.
formerly known as Hylian Hero
Yes.
LOZ.
We got a lot of name changes lately.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Colonel, I really need that cake. I want it. It's not. Zombies ate my neighbors.
Well, it is
Oh.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Oh, jeez.
Really? Can you skip forward more? Oh, now I would have got there. All right, never mind. Well, I got there anyway.
You got it anyway. Yes, it doesn't matter.
We got to keep this going, guys. We got to keep this going.
That was, in fact, Zombies Ate
This
My
would be
Neighbors.
our first perfect music
I
section. since
played
we're
my
back.
part. Now it's
You did.
Kirby and
You're
Nintendo's
good. I'm
turn.
good.
I will
He's good.
contribute
You
nothing.
guys.
This one comes from Wired.
Kirby's got something.
Not really.
Oh.
A weird Christmas album my mother had in the 90s.
Very weird.
All right. So, is this medieval?
Would you like some meat?
I don't know.
What system?
Switch.
Oh dear. So that's a large pool to pull from. Oh man. Come on, man. I want to have a perfect music section. Card Shark.
No.
That's a good guess.
I don't know. Skyrim.
No.
That's what I thought. Of
It's got like that vibe.
Is this from Hades?
It's not.
Oh, that's a
When you're
decent
playing the
guess.
harp,
Decent
like,
guess.
You gotta get through like
Yeah.
a ton of things and you play a harp song. Okay.
Is this a game I know?
I don't know.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
Are we throwing in the towel on this?
As much as I don't want to, I think we have to.
This was from Pillars of Eternity on the Switch.
I know it.
Oh,
I
And the
haven't
name of the
played
song
it.
is The Lover Cried
I
Out.
forgot they made a game about
I
it.
have no idea what that even is.
Um,
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of
Nice little tune.
I think we had a review of that game. It's not my fault. Blame reviewer. I didn't do the review.
Yeah, you should
they
have
stole it
mentioned
from me.
the
I would have known
song.
that song.
Oh, it's like a role playing game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's the review I'm thinking of, yeah. I think it's cloud based on Switch too. If I'm thinking of the same game.
Mhm.
this is from Tentavision.
Man, we would have got them all. This is Scott Pilgrim.
It is.
great song. This is also the band Anamanaguchi. So here comes the YouTube claim.
Oh, I'll stop.
No, it's fine. Let it go. It's a good song. I don't give a crap. Go, do it. Great
Stick it to the
soundtrack in this
man.
game. Great soundtrack in this game. Anamanaguchi is just awesome in general.
They did the whole soundtrack?
Every song, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yep. Anamanaguchi, if you don't know them, they had that song that was in a Old Navy ad campaign. It was the song that goes, pop it. Ba-da-boo-da-boo, bop-bop-a-dee, ba-da-boo-boo-boo.
Oh, that one.
Oh, I thought you
Twist it.
for a second.
Pass it.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me. Bop it. Squeeze it.
Do about it.
It's song. Bop it.
Smell it.
They did the Bop It song?
Did the bop it, squeeze it,
Smell it, love it, caress it.
The song where the girl's like, I don't know, IDK. You never. This was
No,
like
is
in a
this a
big ad
recent only
campaign for them. No. Let's just go all out on the claims today.
This doesn't sound familiar.
You watch more commercials than we do.
Yeah, I gotta say this is a
Come
no
on, that's
from me,
what
dog.
I said. Dabba-dee-bee-doo.
No.
Don't judge Anamanaguchi by that song. Their other songs are awesome.
It's a great song. This is a good song.
It's a good song. It's
It's a
also
bop.
and just to tell you how good the band is, that's like their worst song. But that's
I'd
still a
say
good
their
one.
whole new album was their worst song, but
I've only heard 2 songs.
Did you know you can win money just for playing Tetris?
$5,000 is on the line.
Tonight in
Oh,
Tetris
never mind.
Prime Time.
I think I've heard it enough that I would know how he says it. But thanks, Josh.
No,
I
not at all.
still don't know if that's a thing anymore. All right, well, that's it. We're right at the 2-hour mark. We did a great show. We did a quick show. It took way longer to get started, but we ended about the regular time anyway. So
Nice.
it worked out. Do you have anything for us?
I actually do, yeah. So remember last week when I said that Kirby and Nikki Hill were doing the mocap for Mario and Luigi for the new movie?
I do remember that.
I know I know you have an NDA. You're not supposed to talk about it, so I won't ask you about it. They had callbacks, but only Nikki Hill got called back. And that's where he is today.
Kirby, I'm sorry.
But that just meant that
I didn't have the
he.
figure for it.
I hope this is going where I think it's going.
Not callbacks, actually. That's the wrong word. Reshoots or pickups. Pickups is what it was.
Yeah, nice.
And that meant that Kirby. I'm trying to think of their names on the show because I know them by real names. So Kirby, which ironically is a real name, he did his part perfectly, and they needed to pick up Nikki Hill. That's why.
Okay.
So just like he reads the European releases, that's
Oh,
how
boy.
he did the CGI.
Very
for the new
stilted
movie.
acting.
Yes, exactly.
I thought I had heard something else, but mine's probably just rumor. I know yours are true.
Well, what was yours? Because I might have heard this too.
No,
and
I
was-
believe you do.
Cheers. Thank
I
you.
heard that he wasn't there because he got another role as Shadow the Hedgehog. I heard Kirby was voicing Shadow the
That's
Hedgehog.
what the rumor of the week was. I heard a rumor that was what the rumor was.
Mine's rumor. Yours was true. Definitely.
Yeah, mine's true. It's usually not. But
Also, yes, it's Kolma's
But
birthday.
yeah. So
Happy birthday,
Happy
Kolma.
birthday.
There, we gotta do it. Yep. Josh is the world's best singer.
I'm the star of the show.
All right, that's it. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
We're still live.
My name's Josh Rowe.
Oh,
F this,
classic.
F that, F all the things.
You are allowed to curse.
The After Dark.
You guys suck. If you don't like that, I go with a car.
Cursing is allowed. Well,
Back
Spice
hurts.
hole, please.
like I said, iTunes got mad at us and made me label our show explicit. So we have to. So we could curse anyway, but sponsor wise, we shouldn't. But after show, you can say whatever you want.
What did they get mad at? Do we even know?
iTunes, somebody they must. My understanding is they get something submitted so many times that then they finally look into it and they're like, yes, this should be explicit. Because I would say
Fart
we
poop?
don't curse a lot, but we do talk
I bet
about
you-
crazy
hell or
stuff.
I was gonna say, I bet you it's because you say hell every time and you emphasize it like you're the devil inside.
I think they thought all of our sandwich conversations were explicit, so they told us to go away from that.
When we asked if a hot dog was a sandwich.
Yes, yes, they
you
were
know,
upset about it.
I agree. Then that's
Well, hot
explicit.
dog's not a sandwich.
Thank
Newsflash.
you.
Well, if
Thank
anybody's
you.
got oh, that's nice of you to say. Solmaster Link says I can do another hour or two of the pod.
Isn't that sweet?
Well, Kolma says pineapples on pizza is delicious. Kolma, it's your
Yes.
birthday, so you can
Coconuts
say
and
whatever you want.
Barbados.
I've never had pineapple on pizza.
Pineapple and ham on pizza is delightful. I mean, just the pineapple would be great too.
Sorry, Mom Brain.
But it's a very
Nintendo has
controversial
a question
opinion.
for you, Mom Brain.
It's not bad, but it's like,
Is
why
that
don't
a
I
Twin
just have
Peaks
regular
shirt?
pizza?
You
It
betcha.
is a Twin Peaks shirt. You're right.
Ooh, that's awesome. She's chilling. R.I.P. Log Lady.
Kolma says,
Oh.
y'all pushing away my request for more music. God, I hate Josh Grobot with a laughing face. Well, you know, we love him. We love him here.
What's not to love?
What's not to love?
You know,
I was just
and-
grilling
and-
Mom Brain earlier today about not hanging out with Josh outside of the podcast because I do.
said I'm never invited.
Invite
That's some
yourself.
cold stuff. Well, it's
Domestic shrimp.
you know, any GoNintendo veteran will know that I hated Josh at first, and he grew on me over time, and now we're fast friends. Don't ask him, but I think we are.
Kolma says it's a love-hate relationship. There you go. That's how it is. Now I mean, he let us take a picture of his ass last week, Jers, for the podcast.
What has been
thing.
happening since I've been gone? This is scandalous. And what does his ass look like?
I'll show you.
Zip.
I want to point this out. This is not a picture, or this is not a drawing. This is a picture.
This is not Photoshop.
Yeah.
This is an actual picture.
Now we need George's ass.
Oh,
buddy, I want to see that, George.
I got a lime on one cheek and a lemon on the other. I'm working on turning the lemon.
When you
into a
squeeze
lime.
them together, see what you get.
That's actually a great idea. Squeeze them together.
Wow.
He's got a Zelda Uku on one cheek
They're both
and
pretty
Tessie from
disturbing, I
Earthbound
feel
on
like.
the other. He's a hardcore gamer. He talks about it all the
I
time.
love the Uku one because it's very like Thug Life. It's got mother in the Thug Life lettering. It really is great.
I'm gonna pee my pants.
Oh, wait, here we also have a historical picture. We'll make this the end of the show. There's Josh with Rosie.
Oh wow. Photographic evidence
Yep.
of their love.
Oh, do you see who's in the background? Fan of the show.
Oh, Alf. Oh, man.
All right, everybody. Kolma, a super special happy birthday to you. Solid Master
I'll
Link
take the
says,
special happy
Blow out
birthday.
the candles on your cake and make a wish.
Solid Master Link says Josh grew on me as well, but he's still my least favorite cast member, Doom Michael. So he's
George, excuse me.
letting you know that he was there at one point.
He just said I'm his least
No,
favorite
no.
cast
He's
member?
saying you used to hate Josh,
Yeah.
but now you don't hate him. He's saying he's his least favorite member, so he feels you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes. Hello, Sarah. Goodbye, Sarah. Goodbye, everybody that was here. Thanks again for waiting for us for so long, but we made it happen. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Oh, that's great.